Hello, guys. I am shocked. Let me see if I can get this here, guys, because can you hear me? I am absolutely blown away. Can you hear me? Can you, can you hear me, guys? Please, I don't know if there's anybody there really, but just in case, this is unbelievable. Did you see that about Mr. Trump? Did you see that? That is absolutely horrendous, guys. I mean, sorry, I'm getting so many messages here, guys. This is absolutely horrendous what's happened to him. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you are or not what you might call it political, but I kind of like that he's very ballsy. So it'll be such a shame. Let me see if we can see that, guys. I thought that we'd talk about it. I thought we'd talk about this because I am absolutely blown away. I was actually surprised that had happened to him before, given the hatred he has. Holy crap. Don't worry. I'll be posting the things here. Don't worry. Okay. I'll be posting the things. I'm just looking at what to post. So you guys, because this is I have been really surprised, guys, that this hadn't happened to him before. Don't you guys agree? I am very, very surprised that it hadn't happened to him before. I'm just going to post the things. I'm going to start sharing the news here with you guys because it's whoa. This is horrible. So I thought we'd share this with you guys because we could talk about it. I mean, even if you're a Democrat or whatever, I am actually quite shocked. Please be aware that the images are, I have to give a warning because the images are bloody. So please beware of that. I hope you understand that. It was just a matter of time. I am absolutely blown away. Okay, here we go. But I love it. He's a thug. I got to give him that. He's a thug because after he was shot, he's like, wait a minute, wait a minute. You want to what? Let's watch this. Okay, guys.
Bienvenidos a Hoopland. Únete a la mejor experiencia en Minecraft.
If you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Move it spare. Hold. When you're ready. On you.
Ready?
Move. Up. Move. Go.
Hawkeye's here.
I think they killed the guy. I think the guy was down. When they say he's down, that means that they got him. But look at the people. I mean, you gotta give it to the people. Look at the guy here with the glasses. It's like they're all sitting there. We're clear.
Let me get my shoes. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes.
Let me get. Oh my God, they took away his shoes. Oh my God. He wants to put his shoes back on.
What's up?
Wait. I swear to God, what a thug. And people start to chant USA. Fuck you, whoever it was. I hope he's down and he's not coming back up. But I believe that these are the Democrats getting desperate, which is a shame, guys. This is absolutely a shame. This is shameful in every possible way, Absolutely. I mean, this is absolutely disgusting, guys, what's happened here. Let me see. It says, do you want me to read the news and stuff? I don't give a fuck about Alec Baldwin. Let's watch this. Oh, here, this is the one that I wanted to see. This is the one that I wanted to see. The shooter is down, they say. Look at him. It kind of it gives me. I'm not even like a Trump person, but you got to give it to him. And look at I love that he has female bodyguards. He has 2 female bodyguards there. I love that. Crowd member believed to be dead after Trump rally shooting. I hope he was shot and shot over again. Donald Trump was rushed off stage after shots were fired at his rally in Pennsylvania. Guys, I am telling you, why are the Democrats? This is absolute the Democrats here, guys. Absolutely, of course. And this is, I gotta tell you, Jenny's Farmer, of course I am accusing the Democrats because they have created an environment of hatred. I am not a Republican. I am not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. But the Democrats have created an environment of hate towards this man. And they've done that on purpose. So yes, Janice Farmer, I am going to talk about that. First of all, it's my channel. If you don't like it, you can leave. But they have created, they have made this man, they have turned this man into a monster that they have. And let's face it, nowadays people are stupid. Most people, they're not like our age. Most of people are stupid. They have demonized Donald Trump to such an extent that people feel that they can shoot, that they have to shoot him because they have demonized this man. They have lied and said that he hates black people, Latinos, everything that he's going to bring. This is absolutely terrible. You know, this is absolutely terrible. Those are fucking dictatorship, left-wing communist tactics to demonize. You're no longer an opponent. You should be a political opponent, not an enemy. They have created an environment of hatred, and I've lived this in many, many countries and dictatorships, that they divide families. If you're in the past, you're no longer political opponents. You're enemies. So, Janice Farmer, why are you telling me that they're not responsible? If you have a political party with huge platform demonizing your opponent, putting up false information, spreading false information, and did you know that Barack Obama, you know that there was a law that the government could not use their platform for slander or propaganda? Barack Obama removed that law. So now you can do that. You can actually do that. You agreeing with Janice? You're agreeing with Janice? I don't like anyone being accused after until the facts are known. Well, okay, let's put it this way. Do you think that a Republican who is a Trump follower is going to shoot Trump? I mean, you also have to put two and two together. You have to put two and two together. People that are there clearly love the man. I think there were over 90,000 people who came over there. So you're not going to tell me that those people who are fanatical or who are part of the president that are there because they love him are going to shoot him. Is clearly somebody from the opposing political party, because independents don't care. And 5 days ago, what was the LC says that Trump was a bullseye? I remember that. I remember that. And, and it's such a shame because I remember with Ronald Reagan, yes, I am that old, when they used to do debates, they were gentlemen. And Ronald Reagan would say, we're political opponents. We're not enemies. But now, if your mother and father, let's say your mother is a Democrat and you're a Republican and your son is a Democrat, they will disown you because they consider being a Republican something that's like a demonic cult. Okay. So that's terrible. So let's keep reading this, guys. Okay. It says that the former president was seen with blood on his face as protective detail appeared to say the shooter is down, according to attendees. The U.S. Secret Service said that the former president is safe in a new statement. One person believed to be dead within a second possible. Fucking right. County District Attorney Richard Goldfinger, what a weird name, Goldfinger, said one person is believed to be dead and possibly a second is dead from the incident at this rally. He said the person believed to be dead was someone in the crowd. Confirmed. Butler County District Attorney tells me one person is believed to be dead. Donald Trump is okay. He tells me no information about the shooter right now. An incident, yeah. The last time there was a major assassination attempt on president or candidate, that was Ronald Reagan. I remember that very, very well. Then President Ronald Reagan spent 12 days at George Washington University Hospital before returning to the White House. That guy must have been really, really, oh my God. Donald Trump Jr., he'll never stop fighting to save America. You have to give him, I mean, I don't care whatever you say about Donald Trump, but he has balls, because to recover like that and say, wait a minute, wait a minute. Yes, of course it wasn't fireworks, Claudia Salas. They were shooting. They were shooting. It was aim. I think they were aiming for his head, because I think he wears a vest, a bulletproof vest. So they were aiming for his head, which is why he got it in his ear and his face. Quicksilver, it's his blood. They got him in the face. When, don't you see him when he's standing? Okay, let me see. I'll show it to you guys. I'm just gonna send this. Okay, I'm gonna send it. Please beware that it's a little bit harsh. So please beware of that. Okay. Please beware of that. Okay, so I'm gonna show it to you guys, but it's absolutely, Trump is a war hero. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, and he has two ladies there that are Secret Service. Isn't that amazing, guys? I like that. Those super those ladies. Let me see. Here, I'm gonna show you guys. Let me see if it's there. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna send you. I have cropped the video so we can see it and play it again. It's still sending. It's crap the internet here. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Cartels and drug lords don't want him. Let me see what's happening here. Let's go back here and see, because it's saying. Let me see. Trump shot at and said with blood across his face. It was his blood. It was his blood. Let me see what else is there. I'm gonna look at the. Look at him. Look at him. You gotta give it to, even if you don't like him. Look at Trump there. That is pretty brutal. That is pretty brutal. And those are the Democrats, people. And I can tell you guys that the Democrats are going to be happy. I wouldn't be surprised if Nancy Pelosi says something stupid like, too bad they didn't get him, or Kamala Harris, or it's because they're that dumb. They are that dumb and filled with hatred. They're that dumb and filled with hatred. I'm just looking at this. I'm going to go and look at CNN. Let me see CNN. What do they have? Okay. Let's see. We're going to go here, guys. Okay. Let's go here. I'm going to show you this because they have live coverage. So I thought we'd do this, Here. It says he quickly ducked behind the riser as agents from his protective detail rushed the stage and screams were heard. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at his face. Republican. Look at the two ladies. Badasses. And actually their butts are pretty much informed. But look at them. Look at them. Fuck, they really got that guy down. Whoever it was like Black Hawk Down. That's for sure. That's horrible to watch, Look at that. Look at the ladies. I mean, those ladies must be very badass. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this other lady here. You got to give it to the bodyguards. They're really amazing guys. They really do take a bullet for the people. Praying for President Trump. I really do hope. But let's see what else do they have. This is live coverage right now. Let me see.
Republican vice president. And I imagine they will be contacting all of them and saying, hey, you need to kind of, pardon the expression, hunker down. You don't need to go out and do things. You might want to take a heightened security posture. And if they don't have security, they should probably do that. Now, if they are a sitting governor or something like Governor Youngkin, he would have his own state security force that would probably heighten his personal security. And then, of course, for those who might be a senator,
Yeah, prayers for
the
him.
Capitol Hill Police has personal security individuals who might be immediately assigned to some of these, those who might be on the short list or those who might be higher profile. And then they're going to be also looking at,
Shut up. The
leaders in
Russians are not going to
Congress,
do that to
and in
Trump.
fact,
Okay, just
it'll go
I mean,
across all of government.
it's the Democrats. It's the people that
Every
and I'm
cabinet
not saying it
member
was the
has a
Democratic
security
Party who sent
detail.
the killer, but I am
Or I should
saying
say
that they
the
have
Supreme
created
Court
such a
has their
state
own
of
police
hatred
force. They have security
and
details.
demonized
So all of this
Trump
will be
that people
increasing
want to kill him. And
commensurately
people, you know
until they
what? They will
figure
think
out what has
they have
happened here. They
committed
don't
a
know
brave
exactly
act.
what the
Okay?
circumstances are. And to my knowledge, and Austin, you're watching this closer than I am right
Praise
now.
for the two bystanders.
I don't
Oh
think they
my
have a
God, two
perpetrator or
bystanders killed. That's
perpetrators in custody,
horrible.
from what I gather.
How we're actually following that closely
I
right
have no
now.
idea. I don't know
And
about
what
the
I can
measures that
say is
they
that we're
have.
seeing some initial reporting, and if a producer in the room can correct me here, I'm seeing some reporting from the Washington Post to indicate that Trump was grazed by gunfire, but is safe. An audience member, according to WAPO, was killed, and the shooter is dead.
I
Another
am not
person
Donald
is in
Trump, and even
serious
if I were, so
condition.
what? But I
We're
am
working to get
not.
that
But I don't agree
confirmed
with
ourselves, but
the
the Washington
environment of
Post is
hatred
reporting
that the
that
Democrats have
for now.
created
So just
towards
to
a
back up,
political
an
opponent.
audience
I do
member
not believe with
dead,
what they're
the
doing.
shooter
That's very typical
dead,
textbook
another
dictatorship.
person in serious condition, according
You
to
know
the
what? I am going to
Washington
block
Post.
you
So
because,
how,
you know, I'm sorry.
when you hear that the
Why are you
shooter
even on
is
my
dead,
channel?
what
You
comes to
know,
mind? How
you're
could
done.
this thing have gone down? We really don't have a lot
I'm
of
going to be a
details
Meghan
to go
Markle.
off
For my
of right
mental
now.
health, you're gone.
No, but that's a lot of information, and that really does narrow down the possible scenario. That kind of
Yes.
gives me an idea
But
of
the
maybe
problem is
where
that
the
the
round may have come
Democrats
from.
have demonized Donald Trump. And you know what's
Obviously,
really
it
bothering
hit
me?
somebody, an audience
You know what
member.
really
We don't know
bothers
where in
me?
the
That
audience
people
they
don't want to
were,
admit
where it
that.
came from, but somebody
Of
around
course they
him
want to admit that.
obviously
Oh, if
was in
Trump
that.
comes
The
into
person was
power,
killed.
we're all going to be
What's not
George
clear here
Clooney
is
is
was
going to be
somebody
the
else
worst.
possibly
Robert De
wounded.
Niro, all of those
The
out there.
fact the shooter is
Well, you know
dead,
what? Fuck off, Jennifer.
that
It's my
could be a
channel.
couple
I'm
of
going to
things.
start being rough
In
on my
some
channel for
cases,
my own
they
mental
will
health.
take their own
Screw you. If you
lives
don't like what I do,
after they do
don't come
something
to my
like
channel.
this.
Don't
In
fucking
other
watch it,
cases,
period.
it could be what we didn't see was when you heard that initial
Thank you, Anita.
gunfire. Perhaps some of that follow-on gunfire was actually law enforcement or Secret Service out there taking down the shooter. So we're getting a lot more information as far as
Look at
what
all the
this is
people
looking
there.
like,
They're all,
and the
you're
fact
fired.
that they have shot the shooter or
I
they've
hadn't
taken out the
seen that.
shooter means that they're doing a deep dive to figure out
I
everything
remember
around
now
them.
The Apprentice.
They're
Oh
looking,
my God.
obviously collecting any
What a
physical
horrible
evidence, if
thing.
there's
But
a
you know
vehicle
what really
around,
got to
anything
me
like
when he
that,
said, I
wherever
want
they
my
live.
shoes.
They're going to be
Ooh,
looking
that
at
kind
that.
of
They'll
made me
also be
teary-eyed,
doing
and I'm not even,
a very deep dive
know.
on all their social media.
Yes,
They'll be
there is
looking at
McNamara. He was hurt.
anything that
But
they've been
just
doing
brings, this is
online,
why he has a
because
bloody face.
there may be connections that just aren't apparent right now that they're going to find.
Yes, you are, yeah.
All right, Hal. So we continue here to show
Thanks
some
so very
more
much
of
for
that
joining
footage
us,
from
guys. I
earlier
thought that
today.
we'd
I
be
do want to
together
bring up
here because
this,
this is
though,
breaking
breaking news.
news,
It
you
has
know?
been confirmed by the Associated
You know, the
Press.
Democrats
We
are
have here
responsible
shooter
for it in
dead
the
and
sense
rally
of that they
attendee
have
killed
created such
at Trump
state of
event
hatred
in
towards Donald
Pennsylvania.
Trump
Butler County District Attorney
that
tells
they
the
won't,
AP. So
that they
we are going to
that they
continue
make
on
it
this
sound
conversation,
as
of
though it is
course, but
okay for you to
for
kill
right
him, that
now,
he
for anyone that
shouldn't even
has just
be
joined us, I
alive,
do want to
that
go
he's
ahead
the
and
worst
re-wrap
possible person on
that
earth, that he's
entire
racist, that he's this, that he's
chaos,
that. That is
that
bad to
incident that
do.
happened
It's
earlier
different to
today.
say
We
I
have been
don't agree with
showcasing
his
on the screen,
policies,
but
but
of
to
course
say that if
without
he comes
sound.
to
And I think it's
office,
very
that is the
important for
worst
the audience
possible
to
thing that
just
will happen to
hear
America,
in
I can
full
guarantee you
exactly what
Hillary
happened. So
Clinton
I'd
is
like to
going
play
to
that
issue
out
a
for
statement.
everyone here.
In fact, let me
Next.
go see something here. I'm going to go next to see what's happening on X.
And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Look at his face. I love his face. Oh my, his face is like, you're not going to get me down. I want to check something here.
Move it there. Hold. When you're ready, on you. Ready. Move. Up. Move. Go. Hawkeye's here. Move it to the stand. Get ready. You ready? Are we good? Shooters down. Are we good to move? We're clear. Let's move. Let's move. We're clear. Come on.
Let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes.
I got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes.
Hold on. Your head is bloody.
So we gotta move to the bus. Let me get my shoes.
What's up?
Listen to Nancy fucking Pelosi. What a lying cunt. As one whose family has been the victim of political violence. No, your husband was having an affair with a toy boy. Things got out of hand, and that's what happened. It wasn't a political violence. Your husband was screwing around with a man, and they got too rough. I know firsthand that political violence of any kind has no place in our society. I thank God that former president did say, "Shut up, you cow. Shut up, you cow."
Okay, there you have it. The very scary, intense moments from earlier today in Butler,
Yeah, let me get my
Pennsylvania. They're at
shoes.
a
That's
campaign rally
horrible.
for the former
Thank you,
president. We
Christine.
do have a
I want to
breaking
thank you
news
guys
at
for
this
always
moment,
supporting
courtesy
me.
of
I
Blake
know that's been
Jansen
a lot of
over at
trash being said
Fox
about
News.
mine by certain idiots.
Here he
And I'm
says the
actually quite
AP
thankful
is
that you guys are
confirming
always here. I
shooter
know that I
dead
have lost a lot
and
of
rally
subs
attendee
because of
killed at
what
Trump
people are
event
talking
in
about.
Pennsylvania.
So I am
Butler
very,
County
very
District
grateful
Attorney
that you guys are
tells
here for me. So
the AP. Let's continue on
I know
dissecting
that's
this
happened.
entire
I
chain
know it's
of
been
events
around,
and
and
where
I'm
this
glad
investigation
those
goes
of
from
you who have
here.
stuck with
Joining
me.
me once
You know
again,
that
I have
I'm
my
always going
colleague
to
Austin
shoot
Westfall
straight from the
and
hip,
also national security
and I'm not
expert,
gonna go around
counterterrorism
beating the bush with you.
analyst,
So
and
I
also
hope that the
someone who
ones
has
that
worked
do remain with
closely
me
with the Secret Service,
know
Hal
that.
Kemper. Austin, I understand that you also had some comments to make about this breaking news and something you would like to ask Hal.
Yeah,
So,
Trump is the goal.
I'll
Actually,
just reset real quick for the folks that may just be joining. Donald Trump's campaign says that he is, quote, fine after
yeah,
being
she was
whisked
holding
off
his
of the
hat.
stage after those
That hurt
apparent
me a little bit, because
gunshots
it's
rang
actually
out.
quite
The
terrible
quote that the
that's
campaign
happened like
sent out
that.
says
So
that
I
President
hope you
Trump
guys
thanks law enforcement and first
are
responders for
here,
their quick
and I'm glad
action
that
during
you're
this
here with me
heinous
because
act.
I
He
thought
is
we'd watch
fine
this.
and is being
This is
checked out
absolutely
at a local medical
horrible
facility.
what's
More
happening.
details will
Let me
follow.
see.
We've
Somebody
also
keeps
heard
sending me
from the
messages.
Secret Service in a statement that says that the former president is safe. We do know that
Let me
President
just
Biden
say
has
that.
been briefed on the
It's just
matter. He's met
horrible.
with the director
It's just
of the
horrible.
Secret Service.
Yeah,
He's
I just
also
want to
met
give you
with
thanks,
the
guys, because I received so
head
many
of the
messages
Department of
from many
Homeland
of you guys,
Security,
and I've lost over
Secretary
2,000 subs,
Alejandro
because of what
Mayorkas.
people are
So,
saying.
Hal, my question for
Um,
you, we're talking
I know
about
that I might
a
not be the
rally
funniest person
attendee
on
being
YouTube
killed.
or,
We're working
the
purely in the
quickest,
realm of
but
speculation here,
I don't
but
mean
there
to
were
be
people
funny,
sitting
like,
behind Trump.
or too
This
serious. I
is
just
not
want
out
to
of
talk
the
to you
question
guys.
that this could have been
I
some
just
sort of
want us to have a
collateral damage.
conversation. So
Oh,
if you don't like it,
the
and if I
attendee that
have
was
information,
killed
I'll give it to
certainly
you.
was
But my
collateral
channel
damage. I
is
would
to
say at
talk
this
to
point, the
you. That's
working
why
assumption
I created it
would
because I
be
was
that
very lonely
President Trump
in
was the
Norway and going through
target.
a lot of stuff.
I don't think anybody
So
would
that's why I
assume that
created it,
they
and
were
I'm glad
aiming
that
at
you always
anybody else.
show up to have a
I can't
conversation with
imagine any
me.
scenario
So thank you very
where
much for
someone
that,
would
guys.
plan to murder someone or to shoot someone at a presidential rally. That
Yeah,
just
hit the
wouldn't
like
happen.
button,
That would,
and thanks for the super
that
chats
wouldn't
and the
make any
PayPal
sense.
donation, guys.
So
But
obviously,
mostly thanks
President
for
Trump
always
was
coming
the
to the
target.
channel, and
But look,
for
he's surrounded
even
by
if I end up
people.
with one subscriber,
If
if I
you
lose
look at what's
everybody,
going on there,
I'm
there are
just gonna
so
be
many
glad
people
to have
around
that one
him.
subscriber because I'll be
Initially,
able to have a
when we didn't
conversation
have
with
any
somebody.
reports
So
anybody had
thank
been
you guys
hit, I
for
was a
always
little
being
bit
here.
surprised. There are so many people there that if a round came from
You
almost
know
any
what? That was the
direction,
worst thing that the
one might
Democrats
assume
could
it
have
was
done
going to hit
because
somebody. And of course,
what do you
it
think is
does
going
tell
to
you
happen
something that
when
it not only
you
hit someone,
preach
but they
hatred,
are
when you
deceased,
demonize your opponent?
which
They're not even
will,
opponents; they're your
I could make
enemy.
some inferences on
Oh, thanks so
without
very
knowing
much
anything
for
about the
Lisa.
ballistics that it has to be a fairly
Oh, lovely
substantial
girl.
round
Thanks so very much.
that would do that. So I'm thinking it could be a
Aries
very small
Magdalena. Thank you
caliber
so very
round,
much, guys.
and that would be consistent with what we heard.
So it's terrible. Let
But
me go get
with
something to
that
drink,
said,
okay, guys?
now that
Let
I
me back.
know that somebody in the area was actually killed, depending on how many rounds were fired, that could be a larger caliber round that was further out. We don't have a lot of information on this. That's the issue right now. We don't know much. It could have been something as small as a 22, which is a very small round. It could have been something larger like a 380. Those tend to be smaller rounds, or sometimes called 9mm short. Those are smaller rounds, or a 25 caliber round. These are all smaller rounds, and these might be rounds that somebody would put in, say, an improvised firearm that they could basically sneak into a rally like this and maybe use it as a weapon. They wouldn't have they probably wouldn't have a lot of rounds that they could fire. It wouldn't be a fully fledged firearm like a regular semi-automatic weapon. It'd probably be very limited in what it could do. And but that could have been somebody who was right there. Although what we see is that there was somebody, everybody turned off, to President Trump's right, and they were all looking out that direction. And so I'm waiting to find out where this individual, where they actually, engaged him and basically killed him, the shooter. I want to find that out because it looks like the round did come from President Trump's right-hand side. He was turned to the right, and he got.
It's actually quite horrible what we're watching. Oh my God, Claudius, thanks for telling me. Apparently he was shot in the ear, just like Abraham Lincoln. The good thing is that they didn't kill him, though. It's actually quite terrible. We're living in, what, guys? I live in a country where I live it every day. I see people torn apart that if you're not from this political party, then you must be the devil. That is a tactic that people use. And they divide and separate. It should be okay for people not to have the same political beliefs. It's just politics. But okay, you want to know how bad is my internet? I haven't been able to send myself a little. Oh, Ginger Gritius, you called me. Let me call you back. It's just that my internet is pretty bad. Let me call you back, Ginger. I'm calling you right back, Ginger. Okay. Hey, so what do you think? What's going on? This is Ginger Grutius. She's one of our subscribers, guys.
Hey, everyone. Well, I'll tell you what, I was on the phone with my aunt who was, severely damaged by Hurricane Ike, along with all the rest of my family members down in Galveston. When she told me while we were on the phone, she goes, "Oh my God." I was like, "What?" And she says, "Donald Trump was shot." I was like, "What?" She's on TV right now. And I turned it on. And I went, "Oh my God." And I saw blood and I went, "Oh no." And then I saw him get up. And put his arms and fight, fight, fight. And I was like, "Oh, he made it. He made it. He's going to make it." And in America, in the United States of America, they shoot a president and then he's running for president again. It's just unbelievable at the lengths that a party will go to get rid of the competition. Or is it a deranged MAGA? MAGA hater. I mean, you were right when you said it earlier. I was listening to you while I was also reading news that people have been conditioned to think that Donald J. Trump is a monster.
Yeah.
He's never done anything of the sort. Nothing of the sort. So I don't mean to sound hysterical, but it is quite upsetting in America. And this is a day that will go down in history for sure. So
well, it is gonna be. It's not only gonna be that, like Ginger, and this is what we've been talking about. Is like nowadays you can't say you're a woman because that's hatred. You can't say that you're a Catholic, or you can't profess values.
Everything is upside. Everything that's right is now wrong. Everything is upside down. It's crazy. Yes, I mean, what is that? The big tractor company today, I forget the name of it. Big tractor for here in the farms. All over the United States has just gone woke with the bathrooms allowing. This is country people, hard-working farms that are now letting anybody go into the ladies' bathroom, but there's no protection for the ladies. Can you believe it? No protection for us whatsoever.
No, I agree with you. But the thing is that whether you are a Democrat or an independent, whatever, this is not a good day. And I can tell you that there's going to be a lot of Democrats. Robert De Niro, who I used to like very much as an actor, the fact that he went and did that, that's actually horrible. But the thing is that a lot of, what, Ginger, a lot of people can't separate the actor from the person. They like their roles and they think that that he's just a badass. It's just like Alec Baldwin, who is disgusting. He's a great actor and he does funny roles, but he's a piece of human garbage. He is a killer who, because of a technicality, managed to walk free. And the first thing he did is mock and laugh. He was mocking and laughing. Well, you know, no remorse whatsoever.
Right, exactly. And there you go. And there you have it. These people have no souls. I'm telling you, Hollywood politicians, they're all the same. They absolutely have no souls. And you can see it in the anger in their faces. They're just so angry all the time. And the Republicans, passive people, and they just don't want to stir the water. Well, you know something? I'm getting kind of tired of it. I've taken it for, you know, put you screaming at my hat or screaming at my T-shirt. And this is Texas country, so I don't you hear it very often, but it does happen every now and then. I'll blow it at your butt, you know, is what I think, and I keep on walking, doing what I'm doing. And but you do have them. Can you imagine? This is a red state. Can you imagine what it's like throughout the rest of the states? Say
California. I mean, I can guarantee you. I can guarantee. You know what? I'm even on X, guys, because I want to monitor. I'm monitoring some accounts that I know. I want to see if Robert De Niro. He has an account. Let's see what he says.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, because they're probably glad that because they're probably mad that you know
he didn't kill him. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they were aiming for his head. I mean, they got him in the ear. I mean, his blood was dripping down.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. That they were going for his head because they know that he. And you know what's really terrible? That they must have known that I'm gonna follow that they must have known that he has a vest, so they shot at his head.
Exactly.
So it's somebody in the inside. It's somebody on the inside.
Well, at least injured him enough where he was incapacitated and couldn't campaign anymore. Shut him up, shoot him in the head. You know, that's one way to shut him up. Either kill him or maim him till he's, you know, he can't speak and can't campaign anymore.
It is horrible. It is horrible.
It is horrible. It's just,
you know, we're falling.
Did I think I would see something like this in my lifetime? I think President Bush was the first President Bush, I believe, was shot once. If I'm not mistaken, I don't remember.
President Reagan.
Oh, it was Reagan. That's right. Okay, sorry, my bad. Yes, it was Reagan. And I remember that. I was quite young, didn't fully follow politics, but I know every one of my elders in the family were very upset. And so, but I never thought I would really experience something like this at this point in my life. This is just insane. I mean, very upsetting, very, very upsetting. That's all I can really say. And may God bless him, and may he continue to go forward and win. He's got to win. Can you believe walking off the stage? Fight. That means don't give up on America. Fight for America. It's worth fighting for. That is a true leader there. Not about winning the presidency, about saving America.
I know, Ginger. I know you're emotional, sweetie. I know you're emotional, gorgeous. No, don't apologize. Fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna tell you. I am not. I swear to God, I didn't like. I remember when Trump was nominated or run for president. I'm like, because I didn't like The Apprentice. So it was so funny because there was somebody in the back, you know, in the rally. They had this thing, this thing that said, "You're fired, Joe Biden," you know, from The Apprentice. You know, I thought it was funny. So even though I wasn't very keen on it, but I have worked as a diplomat in politics a long time, and believe it or not, guys. And you know what, guys? His policies were solid. You know that thing with NATO? He is absolutely spot on. Yeah. But
they were paying his back.
Yeah, no, but it's true. He treated, you know what? If you treat the country and you run the country as it is a business, and you try to make your business profitable, then the country will thrive. Because if you treat the country as a business and you want your employees to be happy, if you want, you know, the people who make the business, then you think of the business first, which is the country first. This is why it doesn't make any sense that the United States was paying billions of dollars to NATO, and they don't do anything. Why should they?
Exactly. You're absolutely right. And I apologize for getting upset.
No, you're not the only one. Kristen Gilbert is also crying. Don't worry.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You know what? You're in my channel. You know that you don't have to apologize in my channel, right? It's your channel too.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I didn't want to call you and let you know, but you were on it before I was. So, and you're 2,000 miles away from me. I mean, but I applaud you and I thank you. And
well, I thought that whether you're a Democrat or not, because you know what, I really do want my channel, your channel, to be like a place where we can actually talk without hating each other.
Republicans, Democrats,
everybody. You should be and you shouldn't go for a political party. You should go for your country first. And and if it's your go for it.
I've been a staunch Republican for years, and I have been elected official within the RNC, the Republican committee, and in Galveston County, and so I've done all these things. But as I sit by and watch as we just continue to sit by, I'm saying, you know what? I don't like this sitting by. I want to use my voice because we are conservatives, Republicans, and we don't make waves, and so I said, this is not the time to keep your mouth shut. We are really at risk here. So I'm still registered Republican, obviously, but I am definitely more vocal and less conservative than I was just a few years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have to be, I think. And so, therefore, I care not about a party. I care about our nation and everyone in it, and where we're going for our children and our grandchildren. So that's the most important thing. My life is halfway over, more than halfway over. It's about them and the future of our nation. So whether you have it, I'll shut up now.
No, but you know what? I gotta tell you.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ban this user. Screw you. That's the user. You know what? My freedom of speech. You come to my channel. You're coming to my home, which is my channel. I'm not gonna put up with abuse anymore. You know what I was gonna tell you? Something like that is like it's kind of like reason doesn't exist anymore. To be reasonable, to be logical, to be normal, it's against the law. Men are women,
Right.
And and then we have Serena Williams wearing a blonde wig, bleaching her skin, and pretty much identifying as white. And then and if I wear an afro and I bronze my skin, I am canceled. I can't identify as black.
Absolutely.
I am sick and tired of that. I don't understand why black people are not proud. I don't understand why black people are not proud of their blackness, and they try to look like the race that they despise the most, like the slavers, people who enslaved them. Why do they want to look like the people who enslaved them? It's like Harry and Meghan Markle using the royal titles from an institution that they despise and that they call racist.
Well, I agree with you on that. I want to say something, and I hope that no one takes this personally, and please don't be mad at me. I'm going to use my voice as you said I could. Women are being canceled. Women right now are a threat to the new norm, and they're canceling us with our bathrooms and with public spaces, and which really should be protected for us to go in with babies and children and not have to worry about being groped or being raped or being hurt, and so our rights are being taken away and we are being canceled, and and here's the thing, a lot of the American women aren't even doing anything about it. They're not even stepping up and saying anything. They're not banding together like we used to, and are doing anything about it. In sports, bathrooms, nowhere, anywhere. It's just, I understand it. It's just topsy-turvy.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to say something to Latonia. Paula, I am black. I went straight here, not trying to be white. I understand that, but I'm trying to say that people like Serena Williams or Meghan Markle, who brandish, is that how you say it in English, Ginger? Brandish the race card all over the place. Oh, people, Meghan Markle, black facing.
Yes,
Meghan, a woman who
she does it
hates.
every day.
Yeah, and you know
She
what?
does it every day. She's
Yeah,
bronzing herself every day, except her ankles and her hands.
yeah, that's about it. That's about it. I don't know if you watched my earlier video. I just posted a video about Harry and that speech that he gave. And
Well,
how he's
those hooves on her those shoes the hooves that those shoes were are hooves. I saw the shoes the hooves were in, the hooves, the capital. They were white. They
no,
were
yeah,
white.
but I just did a video about Harry, and I basically reacted to the speech, and I actually gave us a tale at the beginning of an actual veteran, of an actual hero who saved over 24 people in Afghanistan. And I mean,
Yeah.
and I started with that very pointedly because I wanted people to understand that those are the people that Prince Harry's comparing himself to, and people from ESPN, Disney thought that it would be that he was a fitting person to receive the award of a fallen, slain soldier who gave his life to protect his country. Okay, this is why I started. This is why I started that video with that narrating this Dakota Mayer's from his that he got the Medal of Honor because this young man saved 24 people, and he fought without a gun and everything, and yeah.
And his poor mother, can you imagine?
You know what?
Watching that on stage and saying it's not Prince winning this award. It's Invictus or whatever, what he represents, and that was just appalling. I found it appalling. He wasn't the hero. He's not the hero.
He's a coward. And you know what he did? You know what he did? You know what he said? It's like, don't go off stage because he wanted to use those people as shield.
Absolutely. I caught that. I was just taking a sip of water. But yes, I caught that big time. Don't say, please don't. Y'all stay here with me.
No, you got to stay here with me. And you know that those two ladies, yeah, you know that those two ladies had artificial legs. And it's actually quite, I'm a physical therapist. That was my career, guys. Actually how it started. I studied physical therapy in Toronto. And when you have artificial legs or limbs, especially legs, because you stand on it, it's uncomfortable it can get painful if you're standing for a long time because it's not like your regular leg. So you put a lot of pressure, you put a lot of pressure on the limb. And those ladies, you can see that they were uncomfortable there.
Well, yeah, all that scar tissue with the prosthetic on, it keeps rubbing and rubbing, and so it will hurt. Absolutely. Only common sense will tell you that. And they were standing up there for a very long time. And without swaying or holding on to one another, but they were on their own and hurting. They were in pain. You could tell that.
Yeah. Holy shit. Elon Musk, I fully endorse President Trump and hope for his rapid recovery.
Who's this?
Elon Musk.
Who's this?
Elon Musk.
Oh, good.
Oh, God. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, President Trump really has to take care of himself because the Democrats are really going to go out for him now.
Even if he stands back and never shows his face again until election day, he won now, today, when he said and screamed, fight for America. That said everything. That said, he doesn't care about being president, but you must fight to save America. And if they could do this to me, they can do it to any one of you. So if he never got back on stage again from now until election day, he's got it.
Yeah.
They gave it to him today. Not only a bullet in the head.
And he was he in the Army or Marines or something like that?
I don't remember. I don't believe.
I think he did. I think he served. I think he served. I think Trump. Yeah. I think Trump Tillman, Claudia Salas. Instead of Pat Tillman, is Trump Tillman.
Oh, that's cute.
Claudia Salas, did he serve?
Yes.
Do you guys know if he served? There's this.
I don't remember.
You know, there's a guy there that's saying, what's his name? His name is Gunther Eagleman. This is my fucking president. God bless President Trump. Let's take, and Matt Wallace, let's take a moment to appreciate this hero for killing the shooter only seconds after he opened fire on President Trump, likely saving his life. That guy is badass. Oh my God, that guy is badass. He must be good looking too, you know? I love, you know what this reminds me of, this picture that even the picture that I posted on for the thumbnail. You know the picture of the fallen soldier in World War II when they're trying to lift the flag? Remember there are 4 or 5 soldiers that they reach the hill and they try. Yeah, but it's yeah, this picture, you know, you see the bodyguards.
It's Normandy.
Yeah, yeah.
The soldiers at Normandy.
Yeah, but you can see these 4 bodyguards here. It looks like they're lifting the flag of Trump. You know, it's actually quite cool. So this is really interesting, you know. And people are going, Trump.
You just put yourself down in history today by coming on as quick as you did, and coming on online and opening up your channel to everyone to speak and share.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we could all share, guys.
Yourself be part of history today.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so, but
and I'm proud of you for that. I'm very proud of you for that. And I thank you.
Thank you. No, I want to thank you guys. I really do. I know there's been a lot of shit said about me all over the internet, and especially by some YouTubers, and I'm okay with that. No. I just want to say, because I am just saying it because a lot of people. I know. I'm just saying that a lot of people have messaged me and stuff like that. And I do appreciate your concern, but please don't send me messages or texts about other YouTubers talking trash of me. I'm okay. I don't actually listen to them. I do my thing and that's it. I know that some of those YouTubers I helped a lot. And if that's how they want to pay me back with lies and slander in order to build themselves up, I don't criticize Harry and Meghan Markle because I dislike them. I criticize them because I do think that they're a serious threat in the sense of that they're allowed, that they expose a lot of rotten things.
Platform to speak.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
You know?
May I ask you a question?
Yes.
And I was going to ask if I could ask all the rest of your friends and fans, is that, gosh darn it, I forgot what I was going to say. Do you find it, is it okay if I ask the rest of us a question?
Yeah.
Do you find in the past year, a year and a half, that the YouTubers have become more aggressive and more hateful to one another than ever before? That's a question mark, because I see it and I really don't like it. I don't like it at all. Everyone used to get along so well, and but there's so many new ones popping up that it's becoming ugly dog, don't you think? Well, that's a question.
Yeah, I don't know, you know. I gotta tell you, I don't know. I think that for me it started when I received that phone call, but I did notice, I mean, I try to help people from Norway, and some of those YouTubers turned on me, and even some of them even turned on Taz and other of us. I don't know why they did that, because at the time my channel wasn't even small. I remember 2 particular YouTubers who did a few lives about me, and then they said that any person who followed me, they were stupid and assholes and everything. I remember I managed to reach 50,000.
I missed that one.
No, oh no, you didn't.
I wouldn't have liked that at all.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no. And then all my followers, and I remember I had reached 50,000 subs, but I didn't want to celebrate. And then it's like it offended them that I got 50,000 followers, and they went and did a live together. And then they were saying that any subscriber who followed me, they were stupid, they were CUNTs and blah blah blah. That very night, I lost over 8,000 subs. And then they did a live the very next day, happy that I lost so many subs, and they said, let's just go after the other 42,000 and stuff like that, you know. So
okay, this is precisely what I'm saying. This is what our country has resorted to.
Yeah.
I mean, we're bashing each other. We're bashing each other. But now it's on a worldwide scale, because you have people coming from all over the world on your channel. I mean, I'm just from Texas in the United States. You have a good following from all around the world, global.
Aw. No, I'm
So
very
it's,
happy. You
that,
know,
that,
I
that
know
just tells you.
I'm
Very
very
telling.
happy. I'm
Very
very
telling.
happy with you guys. I'm very happy with whoever remains, even if I remain with 5 followers. I would be very happy with my 5 followers because for me, I started this to have a conversation. I was very lonely, going through a lot of stuff, and I've always said I'm always grateful that you guys, you carried me through a lot while I was in Norway. Me and my son. So
Ditto.
yeah.
Ditto. Ditto through the pandemic.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
yes.
So
And while you were in Norway, it's when I started following you. Was
yeah.
while you were in Norway. I think you were sitting on a bench by a
Yes.
lake or something. It
Yes,
was very,
yes,
very
yeah.
cold.
Yeah, by the
So,
by the ocean, because I live by the ocean, and I have my waterfall too behind my
okay.
house. So I want to say
Yeah.
thank you to you guys because you have kept me through. Now my channel is not just about Harry and Meghan Markle. I started my channel because I wanted to call things out. I wanted to ask questions that nobody asked. When I don't understand something, I'm gonna make a video about it. I made videos about, and I only get like 1,000 views. I don't care because I want to talk about that and I want to hear what you have to say. So
Sure.
so that's why I'm like that. So and I know you guys
Well,
get
keep
angry.
being just the person you are, and you're helping quite a few new YouTubers come on and get started. Be careful. I mean, not
No,
everybody
I
is
know,
your
I know,
friend,
I know, I know.
and
I've learned that lesson the hard way.
and it's
So
kind of you to want to help. It's kind of you to want to help someone. It really is. But it's just like anything, when they get a little bit going and they get about 5,000 or 10,000 members, then their head kind of swells, and then it's all of a sudden they become your competitor, and we forget who gave them their start. You know what I mean?
I
So
know I've gone through
just be
that. I've gone
careful.
through that. I've gone through that. So I'm okay with it,
Yes.
But I want to thank you. I want to thank you guys, because you guys have been so great. So yes, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna be going, not right now,
Of
but I'm
course.
gonna,
Okay,
but
darling.
I'll talk to you later, Ginger, later after the live.
Yeah, all right, sweetheart.
I love you,
God
gorgeous.
bless you. God bless you all.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Now, guys, as I said before, I mean, this is news. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, this is news. And I thought that we should all be informed about this. Yes, do you want me to send you the link, Leticia, to join me? Because maybe we can talk. You're also from Texas. I don't know if you want me to send you the link. That's why I sent you a text message to see if you wanted to come on. So I'm gonna send you the link in case you have if you want to come on live. If not, that's okay too. But I'll send you the links for you to be around here. I sent you the link to WhatsApp, Leticia, in case you want to come on. So it's actually quite terrible, guys. It's something. I sent you the link in case you want to come on, okay? So, Karen Theulis, is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, yes, guys. So this is actually quite insane what's happening, guys. It is really insane what's happening. Look at him bloodied and missing his hair. That was funny. Malcolm Flex. And I'm not even a Republican, guys. But what's happening, it's like this whole world has lost its mind. The world has lost its mind. You know? Yeah. So I'm glad. I do. I have the tip jar. The tip jar is there. It is there. It is there. So if anybody wants to give yeah, thank you. Like I do appreciate it. If you want to give a super chat, it's there. So you can do that. Thank you, Ginger Grutus, for the super chats and everything, guys. I'm very thankful. I do have the super chat thing there. So, oh my God, Ginger. Thanks so very much. That is so generous of you, Ginger. Thanks so very much, sweetie. Oh, God bless you. Thank you, sweetie. But this is absolutely, what I was thinking? Like, I wish that this would unite people, but I think that this is going to polarize it even more because people are just going to go on the rampage. People are going to go on a rampage. I have a feeling that that's what's going to happen because for some reason, hatred, it's taking roots in most people's souls. I don't understand why. I don't understand why people are doing that, but we've become a world of where Meghan Markle is the perfect example of what society and Harry is society is. Entitlement, bullies, being victims, playing victims, privileged, entitled people playing victims. And if you dare call them out for being bullies and for lying, you're terrible. You get canceled. Harry and Meghan trying to cancel free speech. It's actually quite terrible. Thank you, Ginger Curtis. Yes, yes, yes. And you know what's so funny is that the name is misleading. Liberals, lefties, they make them sound like they're people. You know what? It's too bad people don't remember US history. But actually, the Democrats fought Republicans because they wanted to keep racism. I don't know if you guys know that. Don't you know your US history? Don't you know your US history? The Republicans fought against the Democrats who wanted to keep the Republicans wanted, and this is where it comes, they wanted to become a republic. They were the Republic of the United States. They fought against the Democrats because the Republicans wanted to abolish slavery. I don't even, you know what, guys, one of the things in high school I learned, it's US history. And I don't understand. I don't know if that's not being taught in the United States or anywhere, but that is actually the truth. The Democrats were the major slave owners. They were in the South. They were in the South. You know that in when I did my US history test way back then in 1986 when I graduated from high school, okay, this is how old I am, guys. I had to name the 40 presidents in alphabetical order, not in chronological order, and you got 40 points already. I will never forget Mrs. Gilmore. She was my US history teacher. She was a former US Marine. You know? So yeah. You know, you guys have authorization for people who are on the chat who are abusive. If you want to engage in a proper conversation, that's great. But you can't tell people, stop it. You know, don't talk about this. That is censorship. Hi, Michelle. Yeah. I don't know if you know US history, guys. Should we talk about it? So, yeah. So I'm just looking at the comment, guys. Let me go see what we have here in the live coverage right now. Let me see what they have here. Let's go here.
To Austin Westfall's point, Hal, Donald Trump holds campaign style rallies weekly. He just had one in Florida this week at his golf course. This has been a common theme and feature of the Trump movement since he came down the golden escalator at Trump Tower in June of 2015. And throughout the duration of the last 8-9 years, we've seen protesters get kicked out of Trump rallies. We have never seen anything like this at a Trump rally. Trump touts his crowd size at these rallies all the time, every chance that he can get. This one turning so deadly and injuring the former president, and he is safe. We're learning as well, of course, from the Secret Service and from senior law enforcement officials, the former president is safe. But the political dynamics, the campaign, the election has fundamentally changed going forward into the later summer here. So we're getting more and more reaction, and we're going to continue to do that here on Live Now with so many Republicans and Democrats alike. I think that's very important to note that from all political stripes, governors, senators, former presidents wishing the former president a speedy recovery, thanking law enforcement for their quick and decisive actions. And we wait for President Biden to address the nation on this, as well as he faces his own questions on his own campaign?
He just posted
We're
a
hearing from the
tweet.
president right now. Let's listen.
Peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. And everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I am able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. But so far, it appears he's doing well, number one. Number two, that there's thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. And every agency in the federal government, I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing as anything happened. They learned more in the last couple hours. So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to them tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do, okay?
Mr. President, do you think it was an assassination attempt?
Yeah. No, enough. I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So I want to make sure we have all the facts before I make any more comments. Thank you.
Are you worried, President? Was the
He walks off.
security failing, Mr. President?
Oh my God, he walks off.
Okay, so we missed the very beginning of those remarks. I want to play those back. Here's Biden speaking just moments ago from the top.
Thanks for coming, folks. I've been thoroughly briefed by all the agencies in the federal government as to the situation, based on what we know now. I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to him shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And so I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have engaged in making sure that people and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to if it's not convenient for you all. But the bottom line is that the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. Everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I am able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. So far, it appears he's doing well, number one. Number two, that they're thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. And every agency in the federal government, I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing as anything happened. They learned more in the last couple hours. So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to them tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do. Okay?
Mr. President, do you think this was an assassination attempt?
No, right. They're shooting bullets
I
at you
don't
because
know
they want to say hello.
I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So
Yes.
I'm sure we have all the facts before I make any more comments. Thank you.
Are you worried, President? Was the security failing, Mr. President?
Oh my God.
What do you think, Leticia? And thank you for coming, sweetie.
This is crazy.
Hello?
There was attempted murder on the vice.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm stupid. Wait. Because I forgot that I have the hearing thing. You're here. There we go. So what do you think?
Yeah, attempted murder. That was attempted murder. First degree. Oh my God, he almost died. They almost shot him in the head. They were close. It's shocking to me. It's appalling. It's shocking. It's horrible. You know, I'm not a supporter, but you don't have to be a supporter to be like, what the hell? You know, nobody wanted this. This is crazy. This is shocking. This is beyond my comprehension. I did not see. Yeah. And my niece told me, she's like, breaking news, you know, Trump got shot in the ear. And I was like, in the ear, and then they showed it. You can see it. It's not like you're hearing about it. You actually see it. Him getting shot.
I
They
mean,
could have killed him.
yeah, and the thing is, though, like, and I was saying earlier, I'm not even for Trump or for Biden. I don't really, do
Right.
things like that. But I was thinking that because I lived in places with dictatorships, the first thing they do is they demonize their political opponents. They are no longer political opponents; they become enemies, and they
Right.
have demonized Trump so much to the point that he's an evil person. That anybody feels that anybody they indirectly foster the environment that anybody can feel entitled to shoot him because he's such an evil person. You know what I mean? They have used their platform to demonize and make and turn him evil. So anybody who's not all there and with the
Right.
access of guns that they have
Yeah.
in the United States can just say, I shot him because the Democrats say he's an evil person, and if he comes to the power and people are so it's likely that he's going to be president, and the Democrats and Biden and Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton are telling us that he's a demon, that he's going to turn. It's
Yeah.
terrible that they're
They're
doing that.
fighting. It's a fight. It's a war over here. A little mini war going on between Joe Biden and Trump. Not a mini war, but we got the Democrats don't believe that Joe Biden can do this any longer. And then you got they're both fighting, arguing and stuff. But what idiot would decide that, okay, I'm gonna take him out? I never saw that coming. Not especially at a rally.
Well,
They went into his territory.
that's where they could take him out. Because it's okay for us to say, I don't understand why the Democrats have gone to say, if you vote for Trump, you're going to sink the country. It's different when if you said, well, I don't agree with his politics. We have different policies, and instead of saying if you vote for him, you're going to sink America, why don't they say vote for me because I will bring this to the table, rather than saying, you know what I mean?
It's
It's a
right.
big
Instead of putting
difference.
fear
Instead
in
of
people.
if you vote for Trump, the demon is gonna pop in and stuff like that. Why instead of saying that, why don't you say vote for me because I bring this to the table? If you vote for me,
Yeah.
X, Y, and Z, which is what it used to be a long time ago.
No, in social media now you can get on and you can find, you can get any kind of conspiracy theory going and different collaborations of things on both sides and end up like this. They could have been Joe Biden easily.
No, because you see, Republicans are scared. Look. I mean, it's not the same thing. It's negative campaigning, Jigs to Lee said, because they have nothing to offer. When you don't have anything to
Woo!
offer, when you don't have a proper, what you might call it, plan in place that is positive. Instead, for example, I said to you, come here, vote for me because I will do this, I will do that, X, Y, and Z. If I don't have anything to offer because I know I'm bad, what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonize my opponent. Oh, my opponent sucks. So instead of focusing on Donald Trump's flaws, focus on your own policies and your
Yeah,
own
there's no
positive stuff.
excuse for this. This is no excuse for this at all. This to me is, yeah, beyond, what people what anybody should even think about doing is killing a former president of the United States. It's just it was an attempt on his life, and it's shocking. And no matter
You know,
what
had
rhetoric
it
is out
been
there,
2
there's no
centimeters,
excuse for this.
had it been 2 centimeters closer, or it would,
Right.
yeah.
Like just literally, Paula, like just like right here by his brain, by his temple. I mean, seriously.
What, to a couple of centimeters? That's all it would have taken.
Dang. I
Yeah.
was like, that was it's shocking. And Joe Biden don't want to say that it was an attempt on his life. It was. It was. It was.
They
They
don't
tried
want to
to
say it.
kill
They
him.
don't even know how to say it, but it was.
Yeah, go say it. Say I am. When you heard about it, I was like, so shocked. What was your first thoughts?
I thought, shit. Well, the first thing I saw was him getting. Oh, there's a guy. Let's talk about this, guys, because there's somebody here saying something. Wait 1 second. Let me stop this, guys, because there's somebody talking about this. Let's share this. There's a guy being an interviewer was there.
Okay.
7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but we noticed the guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with the rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police are like, huh? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof, we can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why is Trump still speaking? Why did they not pull him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for 2 or 3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots rang out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there
for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 or 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service.
We were telling the police. We were pointing at them for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree. Binoculars.
Could they see?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? I mean, this is not a big place.
Did you see? I mean, obviously, everyone when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, we just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching. But you're pretty sure they shot the guy.
Absolutely, 100%. Yep.
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead. And that was it. It was over.
God. So did he just say, because someone was interrupting me, did he say that the Secret Service shot over there and killed him?
That the Secret Service shot the guy who was on the roof and killed him.
Wow.
Look at this. Look at this.
On the microphone, Shannon saying, "Let me grab my shoes," as they tried to take them off.
Sure.
We're just trying to figure out what happened. To me, as you're trying to figure out if you're okay, what's going on? Was he shot? Was he wounded? Then we heard him on the microphone, Shannon, saying, "Let me grab my shoes," as they tried to take them off. So we're just trying to figure out what happened. To me, as you're trying to figure out if you're okay, what's going on? Was he shot?
That's a shooter.
So, Paula, it just grazed his ear. It grazed it. It just went. Wow.
Why did they have to kill him? I don't understand it. They could have just neutralized them, that remove that. But why did they? A dead
shooter.
A dead shooter doesn't speak, does he? A dead shooter would speak.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, this was good.
A dead shooter doesn't speak. Right?
Well, I just wonder, was he a threat during the time that they were aiming at him? Like, was he aiming a gun at them, or normally you just surrender?
Well, the thing is, though, for example, the guy who shot Ronald Reagan, they captured him because they need to interrogate him about what he did or something like that.
Right.
So I'm surprised that they shot the shooter. And this guy is saying that he saw them crawling and he informed the bodyguards. And he's actually quite right that I'm surprised they didn't have other people like that. It sounds like John F. Kennedy, that this is going to be terrible because I know people don't believe it, but John F. Kennedy, there were a lot of fail for safety and stuff that were done.
Well, Paula, check this out. Why wasn't people up on the roof and snipers and stuff, securing the president?
God knows Meghan Markle had it, which is why it cost $32 million. They had snipers on the roof for Meghan Markle. Adil is unemployed. I'm serious, Letitia.
Snipers for Megan. I mean, like,
they had
wow.
to protect the princess. Her farting ass all the way. And when she was on that carriage, she said, fuck this. She was caught saying fuck to these people. They were peasants by now, because she had managed before they were subjects. But now, as soon as she got married and she didn't need to please them, they were peasants.
Wow.
So,
yes.
they're snipers.
They are.
Security cost $32 million. 32 million pounds. That's what cost 32 million pounds, not the wedding. That's just the security for Rachel Meghan Markle.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it was more than that. That was just for the security.
Yeah. The security costs more than Prince William's security.
Wow. Okay.
The wedding was a completely different thing. The people of the United Kingdom ponied up 32 million pounds on security.
On security. See, I thought that was for the whole thing. I didn't realize it was just for the security. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's the security. No, the wedding ceremony and stuff like that. They paid. That Charles paid for everything. Meghan Markle, the millionaire, didn't have 1 cent to put for her own. She didn't even pay for her dress or anything like that.
I know, she didn't even pay for her dress.
Nothing. She didn't pay 1 cent for anything. Didn't you know that?
Yeah. I knew that part. I knew she was mooching and taking and snatching from everybody else.
Oh, this is Elon Musk who posted this.
Oh, what'd he say?
This is the guy talking. Listen.
And listen to the rally, right? We couldn't see him.
The head of the Secret Service and the leader of his security people should resign.
And probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, But we noticed the guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us.
Here it is.
So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with the rifle.
They can lose their job.
We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots rang out. So
maybe he should have said, "Everybody get down."
100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there
for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3-4 minutes.
And you were telling
Yep.
the police and the Secret Service.
We were telling the police. We were pointing at them for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
Binoculars.
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here?
Right.
I mean, this is not a big place.
Did you see? I mean, obviously, everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, so
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, we just speak.
Wow, is that what?
You're pretty sure they shot the guy.
Absolutely, 100%. Yep.
You saw
It's
that.
so funny because it's like, I'm sure they blew his head off. I mean,
They blew his head off.
Yeah, Elon Musk is really, really on top of it.
Yeah, he's watching the news.
He's really going to town. Last time America had a candidate and stuff was Theodore Roosevelt, and then he endorsed Donald Trump. I'm just looking at this thing because it seems Elon Musk is able to get news that nobody else can. Let me go to BBC to see what they have here, guys. You know what's so funny, guys? That
You're getting the news, girl. You're working this.
No, it's just that the BBC, you get a lot of breaking news. You get a lot of stuff. Now X is actually the place to go for news, guys. Because here. Okay. Yes, because where else are you gonna get it?
I know, you're right.
later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to give it, if it's not convenient for you all. The bottom
I'm
line
just
is,
looking at this summary. Donald Trump has been rushed off
rally,
stage.
the rally
Live
should have
reporting.
been able to conduct it peacefully without any problem.
City.
But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America.
You know, it's actually, I'm just looking at this, guys, because it's actually, it says witnesses. Let's go. Let's see here, because I'm looking at all of this here. It says that the witnesses say that the shooting came from the, yeah.
He was climbing.
Yeah. So let me show you guys here. Let me show you. I'm going to show you this because it's a BBC here. No, that's not the one I wanted to show you. It says here, I just wanted to show you this, guys, because I mean, we're getting a lot more stuff here than here. Witnesses tell BBC shooting came from building. This is the guy that was interviewing Gary O'Donoghue. It's clear from the eyewitnesses I've spoken to that the shooting may well have come from a one-story building off to the right of the stage where Donald Trump was speaking here in Butler. It's a building with a white roof, and one witness told me that he saw a man crawl into that roof with a rifle, and he then attempted to tell law enforcement about the man. Then a few minutes later, what appeared to be a gunfire rang out. Several witnesses have confirmed to me that that's where they believe the shooting came from. Bear in mind, the situation is still fluid, and the BBC cannot fully verify these early witnesses' reports. Let me see latest post. What's going on here? The Sun says Trump in great spirits. Donald Trump Jr., the former president eldest son, has just released a statement. I just spoke to my father on the phone, and he's in great spirits. He will never stop fighting to save America, no matter what the radical left throws at him. You know what? I don't think you should be saying stuff like that. You know, you want to calm things down, and then you need to.
Because you don't know what lunatic that was.
Warren
and they shot his head off, and then give us time enough to ask questions to see what's going on. But it shouldn't be. And you said it earlier, right before I came on, Paula. You said it shouldn't be a war against the Democrats and the Republicans. This isn't a war between us. No,
it shouldn't be.
Just like Joe Biden was saying, this is unacceptable. No one should have to go do this. No one should be put in this situation. There is no reason whatsoever that Donald Trump should have been in this situation. And his Secret Service and his security detail messed up. They were supposed to be on all corners, everywhere, in the back, everywhere, and seeing the roofs, you know?
Wow. Yeah, the problem that you have with all of that, Leticia, is that they have created an environment of, oh my God, let me see. Let me show you guys. Let's go to X because I want to show you this, guys. I want to show you what's going on here.
Because the division is not helping. Now we're at war. It just puts you at war with each other, even the more.
Yeah. I want people to stop saying that this is political. This is news. This is history. You know, and people are coming here, oh, you're political, I'm leaving. This is not that. If for example, let me put it this way, if somebody had shot and tried to kill Michael Jordan, I would be here too. Anything that's breaking,
you know,
breaking news, because I thought that this is a channel for grown-up people that we can talk about this. We're not politicizing this. We're actually saying that this is breaking news. If you read my thumbnail, this is breaking news.
You know, I had just did a live, and then I was going to come back on because of what happened. I was like, wanted to know that everybody hear what, you know, but you got the news.
No, but look at this picture, guys. This is really terrible here. Look at that.
Oh, geez.
This is the guy. He was there. So if that's the guy that someone lost his life, oh, it was somebody there.
So somebody lost their life outside of the gunman.
Yeah.
And this one lady got shot in the hand.
This is no longer just an attempt. Somebody lost their life.
Oh, wow.
Which is true. And apparently they were shooting behind that building where that guy was talking about, you know? So there were people who died. That's absolutely horrible.
Yeah, and one lady, did you hear about the lady that got shot in the hand?
And look at this. I'm in the center of Times Square. Not a single video monitor reporting that President Trump has been shot.
I cannot believe that.
The depth of this is 1 hour ago. The depth of censorship and propaganda is outstanding. They're right. Let me see. This is lady.
Oh, this is
right. See all this? None of them are reporting that the presidential candidate for the Republican Party has been shot. Not a word. Look at that. If anybody has any doubt with the depth of the censorship and propaganda that we are living in the 21st century, 2024, have no doubts anymore. Presidential candidate has been shot and not a single mention of it in the center of Times Square. All of these videos, right?
They never do
all
that,
of these
though.
videos.
I've never seen them show.
They do. Of course they do.
Not mentioned.
Yeah, they do.
What they've shown. What they've
For
shown.
example, there's a breaking news, or for example, everything they do. They do. This is why I actually came on.
They
Because
do
didn't
it
know that the
in
United
Times
States.
Square.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. I remember when they showed Cristiano Ronaldo that when he won the Euro Cup, like they show breaking news. They put it.
But have they shown?
You know that when the Queen died, they put it there. You know that when Princess, they put breaking news.
Oh,
there.
well then this is wrong. They need to be showing this, and regardless if they didn't show it in the past or before, it's breaking news.
Yeah, it's breaking news. I am absolutely shocked by that. It's funny. I'm absolutely shocked.
I am too.
It's absolutely shocking, because we should all be informed about things like that. That's Donald Trump there. Let me see.
It should be like on every station. Well, my niece told me. He walked off.
Wait. It's so funny. But the security detail failed him. Look at that. Please be warned. This is bloody scenes here, guys. Okay, look at that. See, they got him here. They were actually going for his temple. Look where their grazing is on top of his ear. So they were actually hoping to shoot him here.
Yeah, they were.
In his temple. Please be aware that there are bloody scenes here, guys. See this? Look at the top of the ear. So they were going for his temple.
Yeah, this was an attempted assassination for real on his life.
Yeah, and I think that the reason why he failed is because he was moving around. So when
his head.
When he moved, he turned his head this way. This is why the thing went like that. Had he kept his head like this, it would have gone through the temple. But because he went and he moved and he looked to this side, then the bullet, instead of going, if he had remained like this, then the bullet would have gone through. But because he twisted his head like that at the time the bullet came, you can go like this.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was moving his head. He was going.
You see, he turned his face. You see that? Let me show you.
Yeah.
Imagine shooting him. You see, he's turning his face. See, he's like that, right? And he's got his face like that. Had he had it the other way, because he turned his face like that. He says, "Where are my shoes?" They took his shoes off.
Yeah.
Look at him. It's so funny. Wait. It's funny. And Elon Musk is gone Trump. The problem that I have with all this hatred, I don't get it. I don't get all this hatred. I get so depressed when I see people hating on each other just because you have different political beliefs. Even people in the chat were like, this is politically.
It's really good that Joe Biden came out and said something and spoke out against it. He's setting the tone and letting people know that this is unacceptable. This is more than unacceptable. This is downright criminal. Well, they killed a man, so there you go.
Oh, here we have. I thank God that former President Trump is safe. This is a woman who has trashed him to no end.
Yeah, they do not get
She
along.
even said that she wished him dead at one point, that he shouldn't even be alive and stuff like that. So, I mean, why do they come on there? ABC News. Former Trump was sworn by Secret Service agents and rushed off stage as possible shots
I
were
think
heard.
it's good that they do that to set the tone because Junior already talking about the left.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually quite terrible. If you think about it, it's even worse.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's even worse the fact that I don't understand why there's no more coverage about it. It's like
And contingencies.
Me too.
it's I'm very shocked because there should be more news about it. It says here, shooter identified as Antifa did a video before he went to rally.
Oh.
Where is it? Let me see if they found the Antifa. Trump shooter
Yeah,
identified.
they should be able to tell us that. I had to get a beer.
It doesn't say anything here. It says, who was the suspected? It only says that they killed him. It doesn't say anything about Antifa or anything like that. It doesn't say anything like that. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't say anything about Antifa or anything like that. No. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
It says, no. This is different. This is an Antifa protester implicated in killing a Trump supporter. This is completely different. I don't know what, so no, I don't see anything about that right now, probably later on. But I just wanted to come on and say, guys, that this is news, guys. Holy shit, America. Molly, are you up? You want to come on?
Yeah, I want to give you something too.
Sweetie, because I'm actually absolutely shocked. I'll send you the link. I'm sending you the link right now, Molly.
Yeah, I'm in shock. I mean, it's shocking.
Molly, I just sent you the link in case you want to come on, gorgeous. Go ahead, Jess. I just sent you a link in case you want to come on. I didn't see because I'm on here and I was actually looking at what you might call it. The X thing. I don't know if you call it poster. Yes, holy shit, America. Yes, indeed, Molly. It's actually quite terrible, isn't it? I'm just shocked, to tell you the truth. It is really terrible. I gotta tell you guys, this is history in the making.
Oh yeah, it's bad. It's really bad that someone would do that.
Yeah, I'm absolutely blown away. I gotta tell you, I'm absolutely blown away with everything that's happening.
I am too. I was like, oh, my husband.
Molly can come. She's out with her little one. But Molly, that this is your channel. You can come on anytime. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it's actually incredible, guys. I mean, I am. Oh, well, why are you doing that, woman?
I wanted to. I needed to. I felt good about it.
Thanks so very much. But, let me see. But it's absolutely shocking.
It is.
I am absolutely shocking.
It made you.
It's it's
like he could have died. Oh my God. I mean, this conversation could be so different.
Exactly. It could be so very different, what? I don't know what would have happened if something had happened to him, because I think that gone into civil war. You would have a much different environment right now, guys.
I think so. I think Joe Biden would be concerned, and he should be.
I just hope that they start talking, instead of saying don't vote for him because if you vote for him it's going to be terrible and blah blah blah. Instead of that, say, you know what, these are my policies, this is my proposal, and this is why I think you should vote for me. Instead of saying if you vote for him you're going to sink the country. That is fear.
But it goes. It's coming from both ends. It is, Paula. It's coming from both ends. And if both are hitting the same way, you're going to continue to get the same results. And people on roofs trying to kill a former president, that is unacceptable. It is.
It's actually quite terrible. I was thinking about that
terrible.
because as much as I hate to say it, some people are going to be upset that the shooter missed.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's true. And even when people are thinking that or saying that, it just makes it even more just despicable.
How are people in Texas? I mean, what do you make of that?
My mom is in shock. Everybody is pretty much talking about it, texting each other and saying, "Did you see the news? Are you watching what's going on?" I mean, it's the talk of the country. Yeah, Megan has been put on the back burner.
Yeah, let me check here. I want to show you something, guys. Okay, this is the ABC. Here, this is the ABC channel
on President Biden. So for now, across the political spectrum, a pause, universal condemnation, but the early indications are that that's just not going to last very long. It could get.
I'm just looking at the comment here.
Ooh, yes.
As a wake-up call that the hateful rhetoric that we have seen across the political spectrum is simply dangerous. We know death threats have become a matter of due course for political figures in this campaign. Even before this campaign, this should be a time for people to say it's time to step back, make it clear that violence has absolutely no place in American politics. But I think what you're also going to see is while this campaign is for the moment in a state of shock and pause, it's a campaign that seems like it is very well going to come back with a vengeance.
And on that point, this is going to be a huge test. Is this going to be a moment of unity at some point? Or is this a moment when people just flee back to their tribal corners, and start throwing rocks at each other again? And that is going to be a major this country happens in the days to come. John Carl Forrest, thank you so much for that. I do want to bring also on that note, we have Rick Klein, our political director for ABC News, and our DC bureau chief joining us right now on camera. And Rick, pick up on some of these notes that we're getting from John Carl, just some of the reactions that you're getting tonight.
Yes, we do love our Megan Small.
Yeah, just in the immediate term, we're just a couple hundred yards away from the forum where this convention was set to go. The balloons are literally up in the rafters. There's a festive atmosphere that was here in Milwaukee just a few hours ago. All of that, needless to say, is gone. There are social events that have been canceled for tonight. No convention business as of now has been impacted. No changes to the convention that's set to start on Monday. But it has definitely changed the mood, the tone, the tenor of the campaign. The news from the Biden campaign that they have pulled all their advertising and paused their campaign communication. And as John referenced, some very ugly things that are being said just in terms of statements right now. A lot of accusations going about and a lot of heated rhetoric even at this time that has kind of chilled politics overall.
Rick, let me ask you this, because obviously law enforcement across the country, they're going to be on heightened alert. There's going to be more security at all these events. And I know you're there in Milwaukee. All the infrastructure is
love to your mole, plus your little one, Molly. They're sending you love.
Together, the convention. Is that a possibility? I mean, they have a lot to get in line within the next 24 plus hours.
Hello, Molly.
I've been told that that's not under consideration right now, that the communications from the Trump campaign and from the host committee of the convention are all around planning to go ahead. But of course, things are now minute by minute and hour by hour, and it's very possible that things change. The security around a convention is intense.
I have it like that, guys, because otherwise I'm going to get copyright.
You know, it's very, very difficult to get anywhere near an arena.
I've been doing that.
But this is something that's pretty horrible, guys. That I know you guys don't believe it, but this is pretty awful.
This is awful. This is shocking. It's shocking. It's awful. It's disappointing. It's scary.
You know what I think the Americans should do? I think you all Americans should band together and stop having political parties. I think that there should be no political parties. They should only be people who run for president. I'm sick and tired of political parties. Just have people who want to run for president, they run for president and they put forth their ideas and people vote on their ideas. Because apparently having political parties make you their enemy. So don't have political parties. Simply have, if you want to run, I'm going to run as so-and-so, and this is what I stand for. And, if you want to support me, this is where we are.
Yeah, it just started getting really bad.
Meghan is disappointed in Harry too, because if Trump gets into office, Harry's out of there.
Oh yeah, I could see her being disappointed just because of who she is. She doesn't have a heart, so.
You know what? I just want to say something to Mission 313. Sadly, it isn't up to us Americans. I saw this cartoon once that completely impacted me. No, but it is. This cartoon impacted me so greatly, guys, because it's like you have millions of people holding this big platform, and on that platform is like 4 or 5 people sitting on it on big couches, right? But the people holding them up are everybody on the ground, and then they started one by one leaving, and then the platform started to fall. The people like narcissists and stuff like that, what they make you feel is that there is no change because you think in big numbers. But then if you go one by one by one by one,
that's where the voting, and that's where you're trying to get the best person for the job to take care of us over here in the United States. But lately it has been a lot of discord, it's a lot of discord between the two parties, and they're falling apart. And it's almost that third party is looking good, liberal.
Misha 313, yeah, but this is different because that was not a parliamentary or Congress petition. This was private companies, because the Pat Tillman Award, this is another thing that people are confused about. The Pat Tillman Award is not a government award. It's a private organization that organizes, actually it's a company, ESPN, which is a for-profit company, and they use the Pat Tillman Award to whitewash their image and to make millions of, it's like when the evil people, they need to have associate themselves with a good cause to whitewash their image. So the Pat Tillman's Award is not, they use the veterans as well because, it's something that they have to do. But ESPN is a private company for profit. So this is why that petition would never work, because it was up to a company and they already had a huge dealings with the ad. Everybody who ran an ad, all the companies that ran ads during the ESPYs Award, they pay millions of dollars to do that. And they lost a lot of money because Harry's and Meghan's little show was the second least watch from ESPN, guys. So I don't know if they're trolls here, guys. Whoever my moderator, my moderators have to be on top of it, guys. If you're my moderators, we have to be on top of that and ban the shit out of people, because I don't mind people talking if you're going to have a proper discourse, right? And I don't mind people don't agreeing with me. I really don't mind, but just be civil about it. You know what, Paul? I think this and this and that, and make your point. Let's be grown-ups about it. I don't have to call Letitia names or anything just because I don't agree with her. Letitia and I can have a civilized, it was called, I remember in the good old days, it used to be called talking. Like now you don't. Now you can't talk. If you smidge, we have to agree in absolute 100% of everything, because if not, then you're out. So that's insane. So you know what I think should happen? I think that Matthew McConaughey should run for president and have Candace Owens as vice president. What do you think?
You like Candace Owens?
You like Candace Owens or not?
I like her sometime. I like her take on Meghan and Harry, but I don't like her views on culture. I don't. I think that.
What do you like about her culture?
I think that the truth, I just think that she bashes hers and make excuses and say things that are controversial. Like she'll say like it's George Floyd's fault, but that what happened to him happened or something like that. Now, I don't know if she said that, so I don't want to say something I shouldn't say,
No,
but
just
that's
please go for it.
yeah,
know,
but
this
no,
is that
that's
people get
I've
afraid.
done a whole video.
We're at a place where we are afraid to talk.
No, I've done a whole video on why I don't care for her. I did a video. She is just not. She's not my cup of tea. I don't.
But that's
I
okay.
think,
Not everybody is, But you don't have to agree with anybody 100% because you will never agree with somebody 100%.
right. I
You
don't like the way that she treated the Black community. I should say that. And
the
I
Black
think the Black community didn't like the way that she treated her as well, because then we thought, okay, and it's not you're on this side or you're on that side, but don't trash one over the other.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Like I agree with you. Absolutely. It's we are right now living in an era, but you shouldn't be afraid of talking, Leticia. But we're in an
Right.
era that we're afraid of talking. We really
Yeah,
literally.
I just didn't want to say something that she didn't say, and then I said, like say she said something that she didn't really say, but because I don't remember all the things that she has said, but I do know that I'm not a fan.
No, that's okay. But I like Matthew McConaughey. How do you stand with Matthew McConaughey?
Oh, I like him. I think he would be great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's for the people, and that's what I like. Anybody that's for the people is, it's good for all people, not just one, all.
I gotta tell you, I am just shocked about everything that's happening. It's kind of sad of the hatred and stuff like that that's happening right now. I just want to say
It
that
is.
it's time for
It's a
people to
lot.
be united. Be united.
It's not that easy anymore. Not over here. It's really different. Even with me and my husband, sometimes, we get looks and stuff. We're like, we're still doing that?
Oh, because you're married to a white person.
Yeah, like, and I've never, I don't pay attention to it for the most part, and
Oh,
so
don't tell me you know
just
you're black
having,
like Meghan Markle. That Meghan Markle said, I didn't know it was black.
right, yeah, I didn't know. So, but yeah, and it's the only time it's shocking because we don't notice it, and then when we notice it, we're like, wow, did you see that? Because one guy, this black guy, it was a black guy. He was driving in a car and he looked at me and did like this. Mm-mm. And I was like, mm-mm. And then he looked at my husband and then he did it again. And I said, no, you, mm-mm. Like that.
God.
And walked off. I mean, just, it's weird. The different things that you get that are really bold. And then you get stared at, but I don't like, we don't notice it because I don't really see his color being white, and I don't really see that. I just see this is the man that I'm in love with, and he just happened to be white. So we don't really notice it.
Yeah. Let's they're playing this other news here about Trump. Let's see what we can have here.
Yeah, so he's okay. That's good to know.
This is Megyn Kelly.
Former NYPD, that is absolutely chilling. Your reaction.
Well, there's a lot to unpack here, Megyn. And I texted you some of my initial feelings. So first, let me say, these law enforcement, all of them are willing to put their life on the line to protect the former president. That being said, watching that and having trained with some of the best in the world, ex-SWAT, Delta Force, Navy SEALs, and strategic response, and with the Secret Service, what I saw there was not their best day. What do I mean? Shots, they kept him up there on the podium, in my opinion, for way too long. I mean, just shoot, center mass at that podium. We knew the president was back there. I saw a little bit confusion, and I believe that comes from lack of proper planning. I would be interested to see in the post, shooting review. Did they do a proper advance? Were the advance teams there? When were they there? Did they walk the perimeter? Were there undercovers within the crowd? Proper communication and coordination between the different departments. I could see there was some local, there was some strategic response team, there was counter snipers, and were there coordination amongst them. They kept him up on that podium way too long. And while it made for a good optic, I want my shoes, they shouldn't have listened to him. They should have got him right out there. When Reagan got shot, if you can go back to that tape, they didn't hesitate. They threw him. I even think they cracked his ribs because they were so forceful, getting him into the Beast, the armored limo. So
they handled him like a rag doll when Reagan was shot. They immediately shut down any of his own movements and got him into that car.
That's exactly right. They kept the former president up there way too long. And the pictures that we're seeing, the close-ups, the photographs, that could just as easily have been the scope of a rifle. So, we don't work in the movie world. We work in the real world. There's always room for improvement. And this has to be looked at. This will be studied. And hopefully the mistakes will be rectified going in. I'm also curious to see what type of budget they had. What type of budget does a former president have for the Secret Service? What is his detail, especially running for president? Do they have enough bodies? Do they have enough resource to do the proper advanced work and coordination that's needed, as we've seen never more so than tonight?
His was good.
I just want to say something too, because I was surprised that on stage there were not two people standing right next to him, looking around with his back to him and looking towards the crowd, because usually that's what bodyguards do.
Right. And there
When he's
wasn't.
walking on the podium, there's always two people. No, there's always two people standing behind him, looking around and like looking at the crowd. They were all the way down because they had to jump down to that. I'm really surprised, guys.
They went from one end to the next. Sorry, Paula. You're absolutely right. Because when they jumped on him, they were coming in different directions and they wasn't behind him. Like
and they
you
kept
said.
going along. After the first shot, I was surprised nobody was out there. I'm like, there were like 6 or 7 shots before they got.
And he got his own self down.
Yeah, I'm not kidding, guys. I'm not kidding. I mean, that is really like, I'm gonna look at here, guys.
Yeah, they made some mistakes and they can't make those mistakes.
Those are not mistakes that you make. Actually,
you can't. Yeah, he could have died.
They can't.
That man could have killed. He hit him. That was his opportunity. That was the moment that all hell broke loose.
When the first shot was there, they should have been on top there on that thing, and they weren't. Usually there's 2 people behind, like 2 bodyguards, and they're looking with their eyes like this. They're looking behind him in the podium, because if anything happens, they immediately cover him. None of them were there. That's actually quite interesting. Let's listen to what they say here.
Hold on, I'm trying to find that.
Happens. I mean, I think I have ideas for almost everything, Megan, but if that had happened, we would not know what the country would look like, what the future would be like tomorrow, in a way that is terrifying, honestly. I mean, I think that if you're looking to see how the country could be pulled apart at the seams, it would be a presidential candidate who's ahead by massive numbers being assassinated. And of course, it's not also in the vacuum of just one. I know they're going to say it's one crazy person, but we know that Trump he's been impeached twice. He's been indicted 4 times. They have thrown more against this president and had more aggressive propaganda and just insane things, calling Hitler like. Hitler killed 11 million people in the death camp, 6 million Jews. In what universe is there a Hitlerian comparison that he's made to Donald Trump? They do it all the time. They just had him on the cover of the New Republic a week ago with a Hitler mustache on. These people are insane. And the major news networks, I'm sorry, they're just as bad in terms of the propaganda. They're a part of it. CNN had a thing about the president fell down. Did you see that? I'm sure you talked about it already.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I grew up with the Trumps. I knew Trump's kids. He's a dad. He's a husband. He's a human being. He's serving the country. there's just no sense of basic humanity when it comes from the other side, not just in the midst of this assassination attempt, but all along they treat him like he's some sort of reptile that has to be exterminated. It is horrific.
That's the point that I was getting at.
This right here, Paula, adds to the momentum, the friction, the division, the nastiness. It's pumping this out. It's because if you turn it on, MSNBC, they are talking about the former president being shot and how they are concerned and what is going on, and probably what happened with the Secret Services. They're not talking about what this gentleman is talking about, which is spewing hate to me.
Well, yes and no, because he's actually quite right in a few things. This is what I was actually talking about earlier, because they have demonized Trump. They have compared him to Hitler. They have gone after him. They have impeached him. He's got so many trials thrown at him, and they have portrayed him as reptile.
Hasn't it happened on both sides, though, Paula?
No, actually, no. Trump has no. If you look at did you watch the debate? You watched the debate, right?
Yeah, it was horrible.
Did you see what Biden literally called him names on stage? Literally called him names on stage, right? Trump didn't go after him with bad names or anything like that. He didn't. I guess he felt sorry for him. I've been watching. I've seen it in different countries. I can't say very much because that's the country I live in, but I can tell you that that's what happens to political opponents in certain countries. And what I was watching with Trump, I was like, I am not even a Trump person, but what I was seeing happening is I recognize all the signs because I live them. This is not good when you start going after a political opponent like that.
I think it would be fair to watch both ends of the spectrum to see it, because I see your point of view and I see their point of view. I see it. I see both. But if you're watching one channel like this one, I would think like, whoa, that is a really bad side over there. But like I said, if you flip it on the channel, they're not saying what he's saying.
No, because they don't want to say it. That's the thing. It's not good for them. I don't know if you heard on the other channel where they said, which was actually ABC.
Why would they trash somebody while they're down anyway?
In the ABC channel, which I had before, they said that Joe Biden had to cancel all his political campaign and change the ads and everything that he was publishing because that's all they've been doing. So they just said cancel everything.
He said he ceased doing it.
No, they did it now after the assassination attempt now, but they were gonna, if they hadn't tried to assassinate,
coming back. I don't think they're letting it go for good. I think they're just putting it on hold.
Well, but that's not good, is it? Because that's what they've been doing. They've been calling. And literally, what he's saying is true. They put Trump in the cover of a magazine, calling him Hitler. They've been saying that if he gets elected, that millions of people are going to die. That's the message that they've been given. Nancy Pelosi. We've had George Clooney. George Clooney, who's a hypocrite. He just held a fundraiser for Joe Biden, and then a week later, he's calling for him to step down.
So
and I'm like, buddy, you just had a fundraiser with Julia Roberts, and now you're calling for his. That's insane.
I think if Trump becomes president, that he would stay president. I don't think that he would ever not be president. There would be another president unless he passed away. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I just do. I do.
No. I don't think so. I really don't think so. That's the
fear that they want to change.
But that's the fear no, Leticia, that's the fear that the Democrats have put on people.
No fear, just a question.
No, I don't think so. I really don't think so, because he's a law-abiding guy. I don't think so.
Yeah,
but that's just
couldn't he change the laws? Couldn't he decide to do that?
If that were the case, he would have been able to change the laws when he was president. That's a good indicator of things. If you look at
I think he's going to do a lot of things differently. I think he's going to pick his own cabinet, his own people, I think he's going to do something a lot different this time.
I don't know, but I can tell you that the way they've gone about it, this guy is actually right. And this is the environment I was saying earlier that they have made. There's a word in Spanish, it's called propicio. They have fostered such environment that people feel and believe that Trump is evil. And this is why the people like that will say, you know what? If it's evil and if it's going to sink the country, we're doing the country a favor by getting rid of this guy. I have heard.
No, that is so bad. That is not.
But that's what it
That
is.
But
Because
that is not good.
sane person. In the United States, you have some sick people. This is why
That
you have
is sick. That is
Do
very
you
sick.
think, look at what happened to Uvalde. Do you think that's a normal thing?
No, of course not. Of course not. And this isn't normal. Nothing normal about him being shot. And nothing is normal about this. Nothing is normal about wanting a president to be killed. I don't care how much you dislike a person in so many areas. To want a president killed is not something that should be glorified or wanted. And I like how Joe Biden came out immediately and talked against it. You know, he said, this is not a political fight.
No, because he has to say something. If he doesn't say something, it's going to look bad. You know,
Yeah.
that's the problem because
Of course.
you cannot.
It would make him look bad.
You know, you cannot. For example, Leticia, let me give you an example. I cannot go to out of my house with a huge speaker and say my neighbor is if you come to my neighbor's house, you're gonna be devoured, you're gonna be eaten, this person's gonna trash it, blah 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 blah. And if you go at it for quite a while, somebody might believe you here on the block. And somebody one day when my neighbor goes out for a walk, somebody might do something to my neighbor because that person who has been listening to my rhetoric, it might believe it. You know, and this is what's been happening with Trump. Look at Robert De Niro going to New York. Look at all these actors. Look at Biden. Look at Nancy Pelosi. Look at Kamala Harris. The things that they've said.
Yeah.
You know, and this is like they have impeached him over and over and over and over. Hillary Clinton saying that he was colluding with Russia, and that turned out to be false. And nothing happened to Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton should have been tried.
We are going to agree to disagree.
No. But that is no. But the things have been said. No, but this is not me making.
Donald Trump has done a lot of things.
I'm not saying he hasn't. No, Leticia, I'm not saying he hasn't.
Right, but one of the things that I thought that
I'm
was
not
very
saying he
disturbing.
hasn't. I'm not saying he hasn't. But do you
Right.
think it's normal that they have
course
impeached
not.
this man twice?
Yeah, and I guess January 6th didn't happen. So what I'm saying is that
Leticia, you do realize that January 6th, he actually said, if you're gonna come and demonstrate, because do you know who this what's it called, this famous Amy Schumer? Do you know this actress or a comedian, whatever the fuck she is? I
Yes.
don't know. Do you know that they did the same thing that people on January 6th did twice? She did it twice. When Clarence Thomas, the first Black judge, was elected, Supreme Court judge was elected, they actually took over the entire building. Do you know that the left-wing people suppressed the tweets from Donald Trump? This is why Elon Musk bought it, because he tweeted, please stop. You know that he asked Nancy Pelosi, listen, this might be awful. We need people here. And Nancy Pelosi, because she was the one in charge of security, refused to do it. Donald Trump asked her 4 or 5 times. The police asked Nancy Pelosi, and she admitted it in her daughter's podcast.
what I don't understand
Her.
is why
He never said, and this is very important, because when they impeached him because of that, they produced a fake tweet that they submitted in Congress as evidence, and they were caught with their pants down with that
What
fake
happened to when all those people were over there busting into that place and they were calling Trump and asking him to call the secret?
That is not right. That is not true. Nobody called. He was telling people, stop it. He actually went and did a speech and said, listen, if you're going to come to the Capitol, do it peacefully. It's there. The videos are there, but they were never shown.
I think honestly, Paula, me and you saw 2 different things. I'm sorry.
But this is the whole point. You know why I did the live? You know why I'm doing the live? because I live in a country when there is one-sided news. You saw this
Yeah.
lady. You
I
saw,
think it's two-sided. Yeah.
no. How can you, Leticia, if the mainstream media is only showing you one side? This is exactly what's happening with Meghan Markle. Most of the Americans don't get to see what the rest of the world see, because in the United States, it's
I don't
only
think they care.
But
They
even
don't.
if they did, look, even if they did, you had Pat McAfee, who works for ESPN. You have Mary Tillman, Mrs. Tillman, Pat Tillman's mother.
It didn't even show up.
And nothing, but that's the whole point I'm trying to make with you, that it doesn't matter. They will show Harry as this hero. ESPN will, double down. And people, I interviewed Perez Hilton in my channel. Perez Hilton believes what the mainstream media says. So if you only have one source of media that are hiding facts from you, how can you make a balanced decision? It's not the same. This is what happened with the Alec Baldwin thing, which really pisses me off, because they withheld evidence. He gets to walk free.
Yeah.
I believe that he should have gone to jail because he is
Oh,
responsible.
really?
Absolutely, Leticia. I mean, there were videos of him, because there's
I
three.
just don't think that they could prove it. I just think.
Yeah, they could, because there were other videos of him. Okay, if you know, this is the law. When you're on set, this is absolute rules. They're called prop guns, but they're real guns. You know that.
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin is in video saying that he knows that dummy rounds can actually kill because they still have powder in it. It just has less powder.
Yeah.
Right? But they can kill. He knows that they can really harm you. Of course they can, Leticia.
I thought that they had to do blanks and no real bullets.
No blanks. When they have blanks, this is what they have: less powder, and the tip is it's different, but they still have powder. This is why you hear an explosion.
Okay.
And they can really harm you if they're gone to a certain angle, and if it goes in your eye, it can go through your eye. It can really hurt you. And they got him on video saying that because he knows that. So there's 3 laws, 3 rules on set.
Yeah.
Number 1, you treat a prop gun as
like
though
a
it's
real gun.
because it is a real gun. It's just called prop because they use it for props, but it's a real gun. So you treat it as a real gun. Number 2, you never, ever, ever, ever point it at anybody unless you're shooting a scene and it has been vetted by people. And 3, you never, ever pull the trigger. So they had little clips of videos of Alec actually when he wasn't even shooting at a guy for fun with the blanks, asking him to run recklessly. Just then he violated, and there were many instances like that.
Wow.
Where he wasn't.
He got off because of his status in Hollywood. Do you think that's why he got off?
Because they withheld evidence, which is absolutely
withheld
correct. The prosecution should not have withheld evidence at all. As much as I dislike that, but they had a solid case because they had little footage of videos of him doing it, this is like, for example, okay, and this is something that a lawyer explained to me. It's like when you get in a car drunk and you kill somebody, this is like blaming or taking the bartender to court or the liquor guy who makes the liquor, right? And saying, well, who made the liquor? It's the liquor, the vodka company's fault for making vodka, or the bartender who served the drink, or the car
it's the person that had it,
or it's the car that's driving too fast, right? It's never the fault of Alec Baldwin or the driver. Of course, it's the fault of because one of the biggest arguments he said that a lot of people are saying, if he was impaired, he doesn't have any judgment. So how can you accuse him of involuntary manslaughter when you kill somebody with a car, right?
I do believe that they should have done a little bit more than what they've done to let him off, because it was someone that died, and they're trying to determine, was it from an accident or was it from?
No, it was reckless. It was reckless. He lied.
Reckless.
He cocked the gun and pulled
the trigger. Since it was recklessness, then they should do then I mean, something other than, if they don't want to send them to jail, cost them a whole bunch of money, send them to civil. And
the funny thing is that Helena Hutchins is dead. She will never, ever, her little boy will never hug his mother. Her little boy will never have a Christmas with his mom. And you know what's really terrible? That Alec Baldwin, after he killed her, he went to do Halloween and he posted pictures laughing and everything with his kids.
he
Right
did
after
do
he killed her.
that.
The same thing for
He did.
Thanksgiving partying and
He
everything.
he went about his life like he knew he didn't do anything wrong or felt like he did anything wrong.
No, he had no remorse, and then he did all these.
He had no remorse, which that's a problem.
And I just want to say something, Piper Hurtado. This is why he wasn't charged with homicide. He was charged with involuntary manslaughter. That means that his reckless behavior led somebody to die. When you get drunk in a car, you don't get in a car saying, "Oh, I'm going to kill this person." Or, for example, when you ignore a stop sign, I don't think you do it thinking, "Oh, I'm going to run the stop sign." You don't think I'm going to kill somebody by running a stop sign. So clearly, it's involuntary manslaughter. He was not being charged with homicide. He was charged with involuntary manslaughter, which means that reckless behavior leads to a death. Because there are laws for that. So the law was, you don't hold a gun or have the gun unless you're shooting a scene. But Alec Baldwin was using that gun right, left, and center. They have about 41 videos of him using that gun off stage, shooting at people for fun. Okay.
Wow.
So when you have that, and nobody tells him what to do, the whole point that the prosecution was going to show that he does what he wants no matter what. This guy walked out of trial. Did you see him when he walked out of the trial, Leticia?
What did he do? No, I didn't see it.
Trial. He's an accused, and it's not even a civil trial. This is a criminal trial. He should have been in handcuffs, but he should have been in handcuffs, right?
Oh.
What he did is, like, the judge is talking. He just got up and left. He could have fled the country. They just got up and left, and everybody, even his lawyers, like, what the hell just happened here? If it hadn't been Alec Baldwin, the bailiffs would have thrown him to the floor and would have handcuffed him to the thing because he had no right to do that.
Oh.
Okay, let me put it this way. Imagine.
I thought they had letting him go, but you're saying that he just walked out on his own.
Yeah, the lawyer, they were talking. Everybody's talking. He just said something, got up and left, and it was so shocking that in the bailiff. This is like, for example, he was accused. He's involuntary. This is a criminal.
This was during the right.
And the whole point was to show him that if he shows no respect in court, he's above the law. He does what he wants, and this is what
he seems like a narcissistic person to me.
Absolutely. You know what he said? You know what he said when they told him that Helena Hutchins had died, and they told him that he couldn't leave.
What did he say? He said something stupid, didn't he?
Yeah. He when they told him that he had shot Helena Hutchins and she had died, he was like this, and then they go, "You can't leave." He got up to leave because he thought, okay, if she's dead, there's nothing more I'm gonna do, right? This is how arrogant this guy is. The police tells him, "No, you can't leave.
You can't leave.
Woman, we have to talk." You know what he said? Well, Ilaria, by the way, her name is Hillary Hayward Thomas. Hillary.
Remember when they were showing those pictures of him doing like this and pretending like he was all sad, like he had did something wrong? That's the same day he wanted to leave, and the police said no.
Yeah, but the thing is, no, and he said that he had dinner plans with Hilaria because his family was coming.
He had dinner plans.
They had dinner plans, and it was very convenient for him because he had dinner plans. How dare you? Well, Helena, how dare you die? It's your fault.
How many years do you think he should have got for that? How many years do you think he should have got for that?
18 months.
Oh, that would have been good.
18 months. And the girl, the armorer, was sent to prison.
She was.
Yeah.
I don't know the whole story.
Yeah. Hilaria de Boston. You're absolutely right, Piper Hurtado. Piper Hurtado. But I just wanted to do this live, guys, not because we're political or anything here. But because this is historical, if he had died,
It's
we
very
would
historical.
be having a different conversation. I know I've lost quite a few followers since I started doing the live, but that's okay. That is your right. You have exercised your right not to like my channel. Absolutely fine. So, but I just want to say, like, this is a channel that I have for you guys to comment. If there's breaking news, if, for example, if there had been
Wow, this is
like,
good.
yeah, like something like, for example, if somebody had gone, I don't know, aliens had came into the universe, I would have gone to. If something big happens, I do think that we should be on top of it. Whether this is not even about politics. This is his moment in history. This actually will be in the history books.
It will be, and it will be talked about for a very long time and
Yes.
investigated. And
Yeah, and
you
there's
know,
gonna be a before and after. This is one of
yeah,
those moments that
yeah.
creates a before and after.
I do think we should come together though during a time of like this. No one should be, well, they're doing this, and like Joe Biden stopped whatever he was stopping, but at least he stopped it for a moment to allow Trump to get healed or whatever, go through this traumatic moment, because he could have died.
I just want to say something. Trump hasn't posted any tweets. That's his account.
He did. I think he did. He
No,
said his
I'm
ear
looking
was fine.
right here. His last tweet was Donald J. Trump. This is his real account because I know there's
Oh,
a few fake accounts or Donald Trump fan accounts. This
okay.
is Donald J. Trump. I don't know if you're talking about Donald Trump Jr. Let me
I
see.
think I was talking about Junior. Yeah,
Are they talking about Junior?
maybe.
You have Elon Musk. I don't see it like I don't see that. Oh my God. Director of Secret Service. This is Elon Musk. So before being put in charge of protecting the president, she was guarding bags of Cheetos. What is she? Director Kimberly Cheeto. Kimberly Cheeto is the 27th director of the U.S. Secret Service, sworn into office September 17th. She's responsible for successfully executing the agency's interest. Prior to her appointment, Ms. Cheeto served as senior director in global security at Pepsi. Oh my God, how can they have put this woman in charge? She worked for Pepsi. Oh, that's not
What's
good.
wrong with Pepsi?
Because it's not she didn't have any military training for you to do you understand what is involved in the U.S. Secret Service? You need laws.
That's so true, Paula.
You can they can't put me in charge of Secret Service, Leticia, because I don't know anything about that. It should be somebody in the military or
You know what the hell they're doing.
exactly.
Yeah, why would they do that? Now that's shady.
Look, let me see. Look at Trump's statement. Okay, let me see that. So we Trump's statement.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It's in Truth Social. He posted. Okay. I want to thank the United States Secret Service and all of law enforcement for the rapid response on the shooting that just took place in Butler, Pennsylvania. Most importantly, I want to extend my condolences to the family of the person at the rally who was killed, and also to the family of another person that was badly injured. It is incredible. It's incredible that such an act can take place in our country. Nothing is known at this time about the shooter, who is now dead. I was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear. I knew immediately that something was wrong in that I heard a whizzing sound, shots, and immediately it felt the bullet ripping through the skin. Much bleeding took place, so I realized then what was happening. God bless America. Yeah.
What do you think about his speech?
Well, it's good. I mean, he's thinking of the people who died. He's thanking the Secret Service who helped them. I mean, yeah, yeah. That is absolutely, So
it's good to know he's okay.
Yeah, of course. You know what, guys, this is gonna be a moment that's before and after. That's before and after. And again, I'm not saying that, oh, this is not political because I'm afraid of the views. No, I don't. It's not that, because I'm not. This is about a historic moment. And I think people should come together, and the Americans should really, people in the United States should really take a hard look about what's happening in the An
It's gonna have to
environment of
come on
hatred.
both
The
sides.
environment of hatred. People should be held accountable. Accountability is not a dirty
You
word.
have to start with yourself. Everybody has to start with their own
Yeah, but
self.
there's no accountability. You know what people want to say? Oh, forget about it. It's in the past. No, people have to be held accountable. Accountability is what, we teach it to our children. At least I taught it to mine. That if you did something that was not right, you got punished, buddy.
Yeah.
If you treated somebody wrong, if you lied, if you stole, you got punished, because you have to teach children, people, accountability and consequences to their actions. Meghan Markle was never taught that. Hello, Queenie. Meghan Markle was never taught that. And this is why and you know what? Can you imagine Meghan Markle as president? She is in that position of power. And this is why I keep saying, guys, that woman and Harry are the mirror of our social fiber right now in the world. Entitled people, privilege, claiming victimhood while bullying and harassing real people who are actual victims.
Yeah. They look really bad at this award ceremony.
Yeah,
It looked really bad. The audience looked at them like they were, ooh, like, why are you here? Even the three people that were behind them, their conversation, even the way they were talking was just like, yeah, we're here to give Harry this award. It just wasn't even uplifting. It was a real gloomy time. And it's unfortunate that he went and decided to do that. He really should have gave it away.
I just want to show you something, Leticia, because I posted this and you don't have to hear it all, but I just want to hear a little bit.
Dakota Mayer was born and raised in Columbia, Kentucky. In 2006, after graduating from high school, he enlisted in the United States Marine Corps at a recruiting station in Louisville, Kentucky. Mayer stated the reason he chose to enlist in the military instead of going with his original plan to play college football was a result of a Marine Corps recruiter taunting him, saying he would never be good enough to become a Marine. So I guess he wanted to prove him wrong. Mayer deployed to Fallujah, Iraq in 2007 as a scout sniper with 3rd Battalion, 3rd Marines. On September 8, 2009, near the village of Ganjgal, Mayer learned that 3 Marines and a Navy corpsman who were members of Mayer's squad and his friends were missing after being ambushed by a group of insurgents. Under enemy fire, Mayer entered an area known to be inhabited by insurgents and eventually found the 4 missing servicemen dead and stripped off their weapons, body armor, and radios. There, he saw a Taliban fighter trying to take their bodies. The fighter tackled Mayer, and after a brief scuffle, Mayer grabbed a baseball-sized rock and beat the fighter to death. With the help of Afghan soldiers, he moved the bodies to a safer area where they could be extracted. During his search, Mayer killed at least 8 Taliban, personally evacuated 12 friendly wounded, and provided cover for another 24 Marines and soldiers to escape likely death at hands of a numerically superior and determined foe. When President Barack Obama's staff called Mayer to set up a time for the president to inform him that his case for the Medal of Honor had been approved, they were told Mayer was working at his construction job and were asked to call again during his lunch break. Mayer was awarded the Medal of Honor in a ceremony on September 15, 2011. When a White House staffer contacted Mayer to arrange the ceremony, Mayer asked if he could have a beer with the president, and President Barack Obama agreed to the request. Mayer is the 2nd youngest living Medal of Honor recipient, the 3rd living recipient for either the Iraq War or the war in Afghanistan, and the 1st living United States Marine in 38 years to be so honored.
And that's the guy that Harry is comparing himself to.
No. It's sad.
And I wanted to, I started that video with that because I wanted to remind people that there are real soldiers. This young man, with his bare hands, grabbed whatever he could to protect the bodies of his fallen fellow soldiers. And
Brought him off.
yes, they were dead. And he was making sure that his bodies were respected. And he didn't have any guns or anything. Whereas Harry had a whole regiment of Gurkhas because he wanted to go to Afghanistan to eat goat curry, chicken curry, and play fantastic games with the Gurkhas. And of course, he had his SAS bodyguards. So I just wanted to talk about this because I want people to remember the fantastic people they have in their military, and that it is such a shameful thing that they did, giving this man that award of a fallen soldier when the mother said, "You don't deserve it."
Right.
You
Exactly.
deserve it.
She did. And she didn't show up, which was a sign too to me to let them know that I do not agree with this at all. At all. And even the ex-wife, the widow,
Shanta,
she was like, she had a look on her face like she wasn't happy. But I'm thinking, aren't you on the board of directors? Couldn't you?
Well, she's the one who backed them. She got a lot of money. They're getting a lot of money. So for
Did
people
you hear that the ratings went way down? It's the lowest it's ever been. POW Andrew. Yeah.
I am so glad. But I just wanted to say, people who are in the military, people who are, God, if you have a son, if you have a daughter in the military, these people don't have bodyguards. They don't have an entire regiment of Gurkhas. I can guarantee you, at least my friends who are in the Marines and stuff, they don't go, "Oh my God, I'm gonna go to Afghanistan, hooray!" And I want to go there because I want to eat curry and goat, and they have fantastic games. They go there because they want to, because when Harry gave that interview, that's what he said. That he wanted to go there, not because he wanted to protect his country or anything like that, but because he was bored of the UK, he didn't like the UK, and that they had fantastic curry, and that and that they play fantastic games. So why not?
Wow.
I don't hear any soldiers saying that.
My father did the was it the Civil War? But my father,
it's got to be the Second World War.
Yes, that was it. That was it. And he was a veteran, and I love my dad. And when he passed away, he got the flag and everything, and it was so touching because they take it so seriously. I mean, they really care about the whole family of the veterans. It's like a family. They took care of my father, and I was very grateful.
Yeah. And the thing is, though, this is why, whatever you may say about me, I think, like, because I'm one of my best friends. She lost a couple, one of
No,
her
it was
kids.
Vietnam. It was Vietnam.
Vietnam, okay. So one of my best friends, she lost her kid, and a young man, and yeah, I've seen it firsthand. I have friends that are in the military. One of my best friends, she actually reached colonel of the guard, which is really funny that you said, because she's so funny, so much party. So I was surprised that she was a colonel, and they salute her. So I was like, damn, sissy, it's like, wow.
That's
but
pretty awesome.
And you're right, Martha Cardial, not all Democrats. There's no such thing as evil Democrats, guys. Forget it. Please remove that from your vocabulary. There are no evil Democrats. There are no evil Republicans. Just because you're a Democrat, you're not evil. Just because you're Republican, you're not evil. You just have different political beliefs. Do you hate people who are evangelical or they're because they're Catholics? I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope we don't play to that. I hope
like my husband's father was different. His beliefs was different from his, but you're still in the family. You're still that family. But you got to be careful when you're talking about one or the other, because it can get so divisive, and family members can stop literally talking to each other.
I know, but this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is the environment right now. Before, it wasn't like that. They used to joke. I remember Ronald Reagan's
Yes.
debates. They used to laugh and joke, and they would shake hands, and they would have drinks and stuff. I mean,
Yes. It's
believe it or not,
friendly.
I have friends like you and like our age, and we talk about this, and we debate, and we laugh, and we make jokes. You know, it's like, what do you eat?
And you move on. Yeah.
On from that. But you know, nowadays it's like if you
Not the
don't agree
same.
with me 1000%, I have friends that are completely in the political different politics than me. And as long as they don't kill somebody, they're still my friends, you know? As long as they don't lie to me, as long as they don't lie or gaslight the shit out of me, they're okay. But the whole point of it that I did that video today, and I hope you watch it, guys, is because it's a slap on the face of Marines like you know, Dakota Mayer or Pat Tillman, whose huge picture was in the background. And the reason why Harry was huffing and puffing when he went on stage was because he knew. He knew.
Yeah.
You know? So
I think he was embarrassed. I think he was I just think that he knew that he shouldn't have been on that stage, and he didn't want to be by himself.
But he didn't take it, but he still went, Letitia. And he still accepted the award, and he still said, oh, this award is not for everybody, it's for me, but I'm gonna still keep it.
Yeah, but
and he
I'ma
didn't
still
let
do
go.
it.
Why would he have two women on stage with artificial legs, which is incredibly uncomfortable because he
I
was
know.
on his own.
That is so true.
You know, they were his human shields, just like the Gurkhas
Yes.
were there. He was
He sure
using
did.
he was hiding behind
them.
Yes.
Because he didn't want to be up there by himself looking like an idiot.
Yeah. So my thing is today, whenever there's breaking news, guys, I will always come. I know I've lost over 300 subscribers right now, but I don't care, you know, like, because my channel is here for us to the people who want to
Yeah,
be
this was
here.
big news. I really wanted to come out and just
Well,
have
you can go afterwards, guys. Go to Letitia's
Oh,
channel.
no. I'm done. We did this together, and it's shocking. I'm still like, you know, this is probably gonna be the biggest thing that's happening in our country right now. So Megan she's on the back burner. She truly is. She is fading in the wind.
Yeah, but it's incredible. But the thing is that they do represent the rotten part of society. They represent everything
they
that's
do.
wrong. Oprah represents everything that's wrong with society. You know, there's zero accountability. Like when she did that thing with Maui, she didn't apologize. She blamed people. Wow, I just wanted to do something good, so I wanted people to donate. She's a billionaire.
Yeah. She got all this vitriol.
You know that she didn't even allow the firefighters to go through her property to reach where the fire was quicker. So they had like a couple thousand acres. So had she allowed the firefighters to go through her property, they would have gotten there quicker. Also, she didn't say, you know what, come to my land and I will give you a piece of my land for you to rebuild your homes.
Right.
Because, you know, when people like that, they lose their homes and stuff like that, a lot of times they don't have insurance.
Right.
The first thing they do, first they're probably hurt, and then they have no home to go back to. So the first thing they need to know is that they will have a home to go back to, because how am I going to rebuild my home? And what is she doing? She went and bought like pillows and stuff like that so they could
that stupid stuff.
That they could film her doing that, and she got angry they didn't let her in. So Rachel Meghan Markle, Henry Mountbatten Windsor, what's it called? Oprah Winfrey, Gayle King, George Clooney, all those people are rotten to the core. And they live privileged lives telling others what to do and not to do. When they don't
Serena to that list. Exactly. We'll add Serena to that list because
Serena Williams, what a sellout.
Yeah.
Making that night all about her. Oh, this is my night. You know, I'm actually doing a video because her and Meghan got into a little fight. Yeah, her and Meghan got into a little fight. A lot of people think that Venus was giving Meghan the side eye. Actually, in the video I did earlier today, the very same that I just showed, but later on.
I was saying that too. Yeah,
no, because if you look at the dress Venus is wearing, it's exactly the one that Meghan Markle is wearing, but hers is green and Meghan is white. So the people would have seen they're wearing the same dress.
Ooh.
Look at her dress. Look at her dress. This is why you're not
Okay.
going to see Venus in the red carpet with that green dress, because it's exactly like Meghan Markle's
Wow.
green.
Yeah, because I didn't see Venus on there.
And
Not
they
looking
arrived
for it.
separately, and Harry and Meghan arrived separately and left separately. That is true.
Really?
Yep.
No way.
Yep. Yep. Harry didn't even want to hold Meghan Markle's hand through the whole thing, in spite of the fact that she did her darn best to hold the hand.
They're coming in
And
separately.
somebody, when they were leaving, somebody yelled, "You're not Princess of Wales,"
Oh.
because they left early. So, and they were saying, "You're no Princess of Wales."
A Sussex or Wales?
No, Wales. She
Oh,
was
they're trying to say that she's not. Oh, Catherine.
Princess Catherine.
She's gonna come out and give an award tomorrow at Wimbledon.
Yes, yes, yes. I hope she's feeling better. And of course, the people, the Sussex squad. Oh, so she's only feeling better for certain events. That is the most stupid thing to hear, you know?
Do you think Megan's gonna come out and do something either before or after?
Absolutely. You can count on it. We're gonna see a dog biscuit coming through now, something like that. Oh, Trump is still going to UFC fight tonight.
I'm not surprised.
Good for him. You know,
Yeah, I'm just not surprised.
And I urge all the American people to please.
I hope he feels okay.
Oh, this is the Trump rally shooting. This is like what's Trump targeted at rally. Elon Musk backs recovery. Let me see. Elon Musk here. Look.
Oh, that would look sound like it would just be hurting, and then I wouldn't be able to hear all that. You know.
He must have been scared.
You probably need to go home and get some rest.
No, he needs to show that he's not. Oh, Barack Obama. There's absolutely no place for political violence in our democracy, although we don't yet know exactly what happened. Yes, you do. We should all be relieved that former President Trump wasn't seriously hurt. No, you shouldn't. You've been rallying. I mean, this
Who's that?
Things, Barack Obama. That he wasn't seriously hurt, and use this moment to recommit ourselves to civility and respect.
I believe it. I believe what I do.
I know,
I believe Obama is sincerely. I don't believe that Obama is wishing that Donald Trump would die. God, I would never believe that ever. Like, no. That he is. Oh, I wish he had just died today.
That would have.
That's a bit much. That would be a bit much. I would lose all respect for him and then some.
This is just so funny. The thing is that I don't like fanatics. I don't like fanatics. I really don't, guys. Believe it or not, I don't like fanatics. I don't. This is why you don't see me being a fanatic, for example, of a royal or a person. I'm not a fanatic of Trump at all. At all, guys. I'm not a fanatic of anybody, really. The only fanatic I am is of God, and that's it. You know, I
like that you're fair. You're gonna look at the evidence. You're gonna look at it all, and you're fair. I like that.
No, but I am not a fan of anybody. This is why I criticize Charles. I criticize a bunch of people, you know, because I would like things to change. Wouldn't you guys like to really?
God, wouldn't that be awesome if they would?
Politicians to say, I like him. I may not agree with his politics, but I like him. Not trash people like that.
Yeah, we're not fighting with each other. Yeah, that would be great.
You know, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. But I really don't get it. I really don't get the hatred. I'm hoping that people will take a step back. I hope that people will pause and stop doing that. Oh, here we go. Look, this is his motorcade, guys. So I'm going to show you his motorcade leaving the house.
That's what Megan wants.
That's Trump's motorcade leaving the hospital.
Leaving the hospital?
Yeah, he's done.
Wow, look at that. That's the exit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like they're celebrating, you know?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, did they just show that?
Yeah, this is sorry about that, guys.
It's okay.
As a photo has leaked of the alleged shooter that tried to kill Donald Trump. Oh my God, what a young kid.
Yeah, he was a baby.
Look at this. This is actually true. So you know this, right? Kenneth P. Vogel says Biden told donors on a private call this afternoon it's time to put Trump in the bull's eye.
Okay, what is that?
That's
What
Kenneth P.
was
Vogel. That's Ken Vogel. He's very respectable.
So is he trying to say that he wanted this to happen to him or something like that?
Well, what do you think is this? What would you read from?
I don't believe that. I don't believe that
But what if it turns
that
out? Why
Biden,
would you believe? What would you do if you find out that he did say this?
then I would think differently.
Okay.
But I mean, not that he said that, but what I'm
What
saying,
if he
I
said it?
didn't.
What if he said that? You have to. Okay, Leticia. If you have a platform,
Okay, what does that
you
mean
have
though?
to be
The
careful. When he
bullseye.
has that kind of platform, you have to be careful what you say.
Okay, aren't we or are we not up against each other in a race? And I never known any side to be nice to each other when they're racing, trying to get to the finish line. I've never seen it like that. I've never seen them be like, "Oh, good for you. I hope you win." No, I hope you win. No, they're fighting. They're arguing. They putting ads together, both sides, and doing what they need to do. But I don't think that the Democrats is trying to kill Donald Trump.
Okay, and let me just ask you something. What if Donald Trump had said those words and it leaked? He would be tried for trying
I
to
wouldn't have thought anything of it. He said something about bullseye. What does that mean?
Leticia, have you not been watching your country with Donald Trump? Anything he says, he's been impeached and tried. He's been tried for everything. One of the trials is for him having classified documents as a president, former president of the United States. Joe Biden, as a whatever it was, congressman, he didn't have the right to have those classified documents. He had a bunch of classified documents that as a congressman should have never
And
had.
so Donald Trump had those documents and it
But
was
he
okay
was a
for
former
him,
president.
right?
He was entitled to declassify that. But Bill Clinton had documents and everything in his socket drawer. This was famous. You know that Barack Obama is still sorting through documents.
Yeah, but if he needed to be investigated, he would be. And Donald Trump was
They were
investigated.
going to try. They were going to try Joe Biden, but the district attorney said that he was too incompetent to be tried because he was a senile old man. Not that he didn't commit a crime, because he had those documents, and those documents took a detour through Chinatown. That guy should be in jail. Jill Biden should be in jail. Hillary Clinton should be in jail. Bill Clinton should be in jail. Those people have committed crimes, Leticia. I can tell. I know at least two crimes.
I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something. One of my
I am sorry. You are not going to convince me
no,
that Joe Biden and Obama and them are the ones that should be in jail versus.
There you go. But for example, Hillary Clinton.
And I'm saying that because I saw it.
You know what? On the chat,
You cannot tell me what I did not see, what I did not hear,
No.
what I did not know.
For example, Hillary Clinton was allowed to dump 36,000 emails.
Okay.
Which is
She
destructive.
went to trial for that, and she was on trial for what? Almost 10
that's the whole point.
hours.
That's the whole point. She
They
hasn't
never
been tried
convicted
for
her.
anything. But that's the point. She has never been brought to justice, not even tried. If Trump had deleted 36,000 emails from government, that is illegal.
He didn't have to delete. He had boxes and boxes and cases of classified information
But he
in
wasn't
his house.
Leticia, he wasn't hiding them. the White House knew because as president, he's allowed to.
Right. They asked him to bring them back and he didn't.
The same thing with Obama. Do you know that Obama is still sorting documents that they've told him to bring back, and he's still sorting through it, but he hasn't had the time. But you don't
But
see
I wonder
people.
why they haven't went over there with the FBI writing him to go get them.
Because this is what they're doing, Leticia. Oh my God, this is what they're doing. This is why people were outraged. Because this is why this is why.
If I was in office and I asked Donald Trump to bring back the documents,
They
and I've
can't.
given him
This
a
is the
certain amount of
process.
time to give me the
Leticia,
documents back,
Leticia, they
it's like a year.
Leticia, they found Bill Clinton. He had absolute confidential documents in his drawer, sock drawer, and underwear drawer, and they found them there. And what they did is, oh, okay, it's just the president. Donald Trump had it on a safe. He announced that he was bringing because he was sorting through the documents, because that's what presidents do. They take documents that is them, and it takes them some time. And they have, you know how they set up this library for former presidents, so they sort out. Barack Obama. How long ago was Barack Obama president? A few years, right?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, but the Barack Obama was president a few years back, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have asked him repeatedly to please hurry up and finish sorting through the documents to send them back to that. But because he's a president, he has security clearance, so he is entitled to do that. He can declassify documents.
So why can't Trump do the same thing and not be indicted and all that other stuff?
But he did. This is why this thing didn't make sense.
I think that he had quite a bit of paperwork there.
All of them do.
All of
them do. In fact, all of them do. All of them do. This is how they get their library started.
Wow. Well, I think it would be unfair if they went after
This is exactly the whole thing. It's happening, Leticia. And the difference between Trump and Biden is that Biden did this as congressman. He doesn't have the ability to declassify documents. He shouldn't have even had those documents.
Well, why are they going after him for having the documents anyway?
They did. But the district attorney said that that Biden was an old senile man.
No, I'm talking about Donald Trump. Why, if they came and got the paperwork, then why is it a big deal that they go after?
Because that's what they're doing. The demo. This is exactly the whole point I've been trying to tell.
I don't believe.
I don't even like Trump. You know why?
I believe that it's more to it than that. I do.
No, but this is the thing. It really bothers me when certain behaviors make you kind of stick up for people you wouldn't normally stick up to.
Well, I'm not saying that they're not going after him, because they are, and they're going to try every little thing that they can find to try to go after Trump. I did get that, because I told my husband that. I said, they're going to go after his finances. I said, they're going to try to break him. And he has donors, so they're not doing that. And that was my thought. Because I said, they're going to get January 6th. They're going to get those documents. And lo and behold, they're still talking about the porn star. Some of this stuff is just like, okay, are we still talking about this?
No, but it's just the way things are. It's just the way. This is why I started my channel.
Well, he's been convicted too. So you're trying to tell me that he was convicted on 34 counts. And so what about being convicted? And he was convicted in front of his peers.
Let me put it this way, TJ.
I don't believe the courts said, "Oh, we're gonna charge him with 34 counts." No, he was charged with 34 counts of something.
No, it's called political prosecution. But the thing is that this is the reason I started my challenge, because I couldn't find I remember when I started, I'm like,
we're gonna disagree. We're gonna disagree again.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
But what I wanted to talk to you about is, like, I started my channel because I remember when Meghan started dating Harry, and every mainstream media Yeah, keep asking questions, Leticia. Many people do not want to know the truth. The DNC have changed, not the same values 20 years ago. Absolutely. But what I wanted to talk to you about is like, I remember when I started looking, it's like the whole mainstream media, Meghan Markle was the answer to everybody's prayers. She was perfect. She was a self-made millionaire. She was this, she was that. And I looked
Yes.
everywhere. I looked everywhere. And I said, this is not true. This woman is not an A-lister. But I
Right.
remember the mainstream media selling her as this major Hollywood actress who was an
Mhm.
A-lister. And I actually read those headlines. And I
Yes.
remember I Googled her and I couldn't find it. All I could find, and for a long time, I thought I had the wrong Meghan Markle. No, seriously, because and they kept saying that she was mixed race, and I'm like, and I remember when I finally got a picture of her, I'm like, but she's white, and I'm like, what do you mean mixed race? And I remember saying that can't be the same Meghan Markle because all I could get from her is like one-liners here, one-liners there. She wasn't a major Hollywood star. That's when I learned about Suits, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go Google Suits, and this is when I found out. But the entire mainstream media, everywhere in the world, I posted.
Pumped her up.
Yeah, I posted 2 videos on 2018 about Meghan Markle, and I said, this woman is bad news. Those 2 videos were
So
taken.
you knew immediately. You knew before the wedding, before. You know what? I'm gonna go back and watch one of your older videos from the beginning, just to see, because I just want to see your thoughts back then, because I didn't start realizing it until she Mexited. Well, it was the Oprah show and Mexited. Well, it was when she was in Africa and she was like, no one's asked me how I'm doing. And I'm like, what do you mean? You just got married. You just got married to a prince and you're whining about you're lonely. It didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, for example, with me, you know that YouTube took down those 2 videos. This is why I didn't do videos for a long time.
Oh.
Yeah, because, and I didn't even say anything bad. I remember I said, you know what? This woman is bad news. Can somebody please? I remember in my first video, I said, I can't find this Hollywood A-lister called Meghan Markle. The only one I can find is like a woman who is like a D-list, and she's not even black. It was taken down. It was called hate speech and racism.
Wow.
And then I posted, and the second one I posted was right after they got married. I said,
that's why people like yourself, when you would talk about her race, you was always being called racist or something, or going after her. That is so mean.
No, but this is YouTube. And I remember I posted a video on YouTube. If you go find them, you can't find them because they took them down immediately.
Wow.
And I wasn't even I didn't even have a follower or anything. I was just talking to myself, and I'm like,
right.
I was like, and I remember YouTube, I got a message for my email. I didn't know I could get emails from YouTube. Because I posted a video on the date of the marriage. And I said, this woman is now gonna take off to the US and say fuck you to everybody.
So you knew. That is amazing.
No, I said that in my video in 2018 on the day of the wedding.
In 2018, the day of the wedding, you said
this is the day
he's going to get ready and go to America.
No, not only that, I even said, why aren't people talking that this woman only had one relative at her wedding?
Right.
Why aren't people? What is Oprah doing there? Why was George Clooney there? This is absolutely disgusting. I talked that the Queen was unhappy, and I said, when this woman signed that document, that's the day that she said, I'm going, because now she was secure. She never planned to stay here. Just wait. See her behavior. This is a woman who's not black, but who's used the black flag. And I went on around a little bit, and I said, I'll give her 4 or 5 months, 6 months tops. This woman is not going to stay. She's in. Actually, she was. Yeah, my video was taken down. I will look.
Wow.
I'm gonna look for the email because that was 4 years.
I'm just admiring you because you knew way in the beginning because you saw the signs. Like she didn't invite any of her family members. She bought all these celebrities that she's going to be hanging out with when she does go back to America. Just setting up these relationships. I mean, this is your wedding, and you're already planning and plotting to leave the queen way
Well,
before.
they were talking to it came out later that they were talking to this streaming giant, this streaming company that didn't get off the ground, but they had been talking to Oprah before then. Meghan Markle,
Right.
Meghan Markle didn't want to do the engagement interview with British broadcasters. She wanted Oprah to do the engagement interview and broadcast it only in the United States. That was bad news. I even talked about, I did like a 45-minute
Really?
video.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was taken down, Leticia. And then I think I started again in, I think 2019. At the end of 2019, I started.
So she didn't want a British broadcaster doing the engagement.
Nope. Even Oprah admitted it later on. And even Meghan admitted it that she had wanted Oprah, but that the pilots had said no, that it had to be a British broadcaster because the British people were paying for all of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you know that she didn't want in the British broadcasting companies to stream or to stream live the wedding? That she wanted Gail. This is, you know, that when they showed Archie,
yes,
she had Gail there. She only wanted Gail and a few. She only wanted that. She wanted to give everything to Gail and Oprah.
Mm-hmm.
This is why Oprah even admitted that Meghan Markle, they had talked about doing that, but Meghan told her that it wasn't the right time. Oprah admitted that she traveled a few times before they got in, when they were engaged, and before then she traveled her plane. She admitted all of that. So they were planning. Why would they be talking to Oprah if Meghan Markle was planning on having a life in the United Kingdom?
She came to visit. She said, when you came to visit, you couldn't believe where I was staying. And you said, "Ooh, no one would believe this." I said, how snobby of you, Oprah. Just take your sedity self over there and mistreat something that the queen blessed Meghan with because she didn't have nothing when she got over there. She didn't pay for her wedding, like you said. Do you think she's evil?
Did you know that I think that Charles paid $33,000 a night for Harry and Meghan to spend at a hotel in the Cotswolds, like $33,000 a night. It wasn't Harry who ponied it up; it was Charles who ponied it up, like a little spa before they went. And
that was a honeymoon.
And that Charles paid for like 10 or 11 dresses for that cell block Doria, like what's her name, Megan's Moses, at like cell block Doria. And they weren't like the dresses from Zara. It was dresses like $4,000, $5,000, $10,000, and she took those dresses with her.
Oh, she's always taking stuff and stealing stuff. Do you think she's evil?
Who?
Meghan.
I just think she's a woman who is nasty, who's never had any discipline, who has never was told no. Nothing like that. I want to show you guys something about this picture with Doria. This is Doria recently. Do you see this? This is Doria. Do you see her with her black friends?
No.
Because there's no black friends there, right?
No, she doesn't have any.
Doria's hanging around all these white people. That's her.
That's her. That's her.
That's her. That's Doria Ragland.
That's Doria. That's her right there. She ain't hanging around her family.
She's not hanging around the hood. She's
The
not
family.
hanging around black people or her black family. This is Doria with all these white rich women.
Right. In the middle. Right there in the middle.
You know, I understand that a lot of people say that Meghan doesn't know right from wrong. She does. the only way that she wouldn't know right from wrong if it's mentally retarded or completely declared incompetent, that she's truly insane. She knows right from wrong. She just doesn't care. Being a psychopath
So
doesn't mean
she's
that they don't
not
know what's
really
right from wrong.
evil.
Even
She just
psychopaths.
does. She's not really evil. She just does mean and despicable things.
Yeah,
I
and she
mean,
knows it.
yes, she does.
And she knows
And
it.
I
But
think
this
she
is the
knows
thing
people
we
don't
have.
like
I
her
have with
either.
what you might call it with the people like Meghan Markle and YouTube. The censorship was incredible, Leticia. So because of that, I started my channel because I thought I was going crazy. I'm like, am I missing something here? You know, like what am I missing that I'm not looking? I mean, am I the right person? And I want to show you guys this photo because this is Harry and Meghan. I mean, remember how Harry used to cling to Meghan Markle's hand? He didn't hold her hand throughout the entire thing, and she kept putting the hand on him and on him and on him and on him.
Oh, really?
And I don't see, you know what's really interesting? I don't see any of the Sussex squad talking about her weight. How they
I
talk about
know. Go
Princess
back.
Catherine's
Go
weight.
back.
Hello, I can't hear you, Leticia.
Oh, I said, can you go back?
Hello.
Hello, are you there?
I don't know. Wait, let me see. Let me see. Can you go
Hello?
out and come back in?
Okay, yeah.
So this is Meghan. And this is Leticia and everybody. Look at that, guys. I mean, there's so many other pictures here, guys. They're not even. It's just terrible. Anyways, I'm gonna finish because I've been here for 3 hours, guys. You know, I hope that I brought the breaking news. I hope that you guys are here. Thank you for all of those who still remain mine. I've lost over 400 subs. That's okay. That's their right to do that. So thank you very much for being here. And yeah, go watch the videos. Thanks for your support. And let's keep finding the truth on things. You know, let's keep calling people out. It's not good for people to just not be held accountable. Okay, so have a great night, guys. And breaking news, you know, if things ever happen with breaking news, I will also be coming here. It doesn't matter what it is, but I think that this is a night that marks an before and an after, you know. So yeah, thank you very much for Lady Leticia, let me see, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
No, but I was just saying that oh, let me put my mic here. I was just saying that for me, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. That for me, that's why I started the channel, because I thought I was losing my mind, Leticia. I thought I was like, what's going on? Why am I the only one? And when YouTube censored me, I felt bad. I thought I was actually an evil person because I didn't know how YouTube worked. So I figured that if YouTube censored me, then I must be way off.
Yeah.
It wasn't until later on that I was like, you know, when I did that thing, I was like, wow, you know. So no, but I just wanted to say thank you. I want to thank you for coming on, Leticia. Thanks for, you see, guys, Leticia and I disagree on many things.
Yes. But we love each other. I love you, Paula. You're
Yes, of course. But that, not only that, Leticia, that's what makes us interesting, because we can debate about it. You know, you can try to convince me, I can try to convince you. That's what we do. You know, it would be so nice if we can all do that, guys. You know, like if we can do it. You don't see Leticia insulting me or me insulting Leticia. I'm like, my Leticia, what?
never. I would never do
No,
that.
but that's why we're of an age that when we grew up,
we can disagree and still have a great, wonderful conversation.
Yes, yes. You
And
know, I used to have a friend who, I was raised a Catholic, right? And she
yeah.
was Protestant, so she didn't believe in the Virgin Mary, right? Or any virgins or saints or anything, right? So I remember she would sit and say, you know, you're wrong about, you know, like, I know you believe in the Virgin Mary, but you know, and she would give me all this thing. And I said, well, I respect that, but I still believe in the Virgin Mary, and I do like my channel for her. So yeah, you know, her name was Stephanie. Stephanie, you know, like, I agree, you don't believe in that, but you know, That's fine. You know, you don't need to convert me to your religion because I still like you. You know, I respect your religion. That's great. So let's just, let's just drink our beers and this, she would spend the whole night trying to tell me why the Virgin Mary wasn't real and blah blah blah. And I'm like, that's fine. I have heard your points of view. You're
Right.
probably right, but this is what faith is all about. It's not
Yes.
politics where you can actually point things out, and say, well, this is wrong, or
Right.
this is religion, which is based on faith.
Yes. Yes.
There's a difference there. So you're trying to convince me that your religion is better than mine. That doesn't work that way.
That's right. I know that's right.
Or you know what I mean, Leticia? But she didn't do it like, oh, you have to be the Catholic
Right.
soccer. No, it's like Paula. But the Virgin Mary. It's like she gave me all her. I said, I know, Stephanie. I got it. You're probably right. But I believe in the Virgin Mary. God, whole Latin America, even Spain, they believe in, like the Vatican, they believe in virgins and stuff like Virgin.
Right. They do. They really do.
But it was so funny. It was so funny. So I want to thank everybody for being so polite in the chat. Always trying to be that. I'm gonna be, guys. From now on, I'm gonna be deleting comments for people who are disrespectful, because you can come to my channel and you can talk about things, but as long as we talk respectfully.
Yes,
I don't need to call anybody ignorant. I don't need to call anybody anything, because God knows I get a lot of name calling. And the reason, I know what you're going to say in the chat, but you call Meghan Markle a skank. I call her actions skanky. I call Harry's actions skanky. I think that Harry was a big skank when he got on that stage and accepted an award in the name of a fallen soldier, because he believes he embodies the values of Pat Tillman. He doesn't. He's a coward.
That is so bad, especially when you put it that way. Woo! And it's pretty cool because I have a few new moderators that are helping me, and because I said no more. I don't want anyone saying anything about the people that I care about, and then going through the chat. Everybody should have fun and be able to hang out.
And the thing is that these people. I get people, like they come and trash my guests sometimes, and they send me emails. Oh, you shouldn't have this person on. And I'm like, why not? Why don't you start your own channel? And then how would you like it if people tell you who to have or not to have?
Right.
That's that. I understand that. I understand that, but I have people on my channel who I'd like to have a conversation with, who might not agree with them. That's why I want to have them, because I don't agree with them, and I want to hear their point of view. That's why we do that, and you don't need to insult my guests. I don't need like that, people. But I find that these people go to the channels just to create drama, and I don't like that. You don't need to. If you want to create drama, you can create drama by adding something to the conversation, not not just calling or just being argumentative for the sake of being argumentative. So I want to thank you, Leticia.
Thank you so much, Paula.
Thank
you so much for inviting me on, because like I needed somewhere to place that with Trump. Like I was shocked, and it was good to talk to you about it and just kind of get the breaking news and find out what's going on, because it is historic. This is something that's big. And thank you, Side Chat, for everything. Thank you guys for your comments.
No, but it's so funny, like it gets to me, the gaslighting. It's like, if you didn't know any news, for example, if you didn't know our community, Leticia, or if you didn't know anything about Harry and Meghan, and you just saw Harry accept that award, what would you think? If you didn't know anything about Harry, and you just suddenly heard that Serena Williams is talking and handing him that award, and that he's accepting that award, and the speech that he gave, he's trying to teach people about Latin. I mean, what do you think? What would you think?
I would think that it was something wrong with him. I would, especially because Mary has come out and said, you shouldn't have this award.
But then they have demonized Mary. Let's say that you just read what's in the mainstream media. And what they're saying is like the mother is wrong because they actually have attacked the mother.
And see, I would probably be like, wow, that's pretty rude that they're attacking her. And then, I would be thinking like, who's attacking her? you know, and I
The
know it's
media, it's the mainstream media who's attacking her.
wow. It's a shame. It's very a shame.
No, but let's say you don't know, and you just suddenly ESPN is there, and you hear Harry, and you see Serena Williams honoring him. You see people giving the stand up ovation, and you see the wife and everything. You probably think, "Oh, that's Prince Harry. He's a hero."
Yeah. I probably been like, oh wow, he got an award. That's good. That's nice. If I knew nothing about it.
And the things that he said, that he's 29 nations and all these, that he himself had stopped 20 soldiers from exiting their lives voluntarily.
For some reason, I don't believe that.
But that's what he said on stage. I have this speech, and my latest video I just played about 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago.
Oh.
I actually posted his speech, the whole speech, and I actually commented. I paused and stopped, and I commented on it. I started with that video that I showed.
My computer's about to die. Let me get my charger.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. It's
okay.
It's 8:25. You know, so
okay.
We'll talk some more, sweetie. And thank you for having. You should do a live. People want to
We
talk.
should. I love doing this with you. Thank you, Paula. Let's do it again really soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.